Okay, I think we are live. Let me just make sure it updates on my computer. We should be live. Yes, we are live. All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. We're here. Oscars. It's the night. The night is here. Live from my new apartment. You guys all know, moving, so that's cool. But we're here. Oscar watch party. We're doing it. We got some great guests and friends coming to watch with us tonight. It's the big night. It's the big night, everyone. This is what we've been waiting for since last February when the last Oscars happened. But yeah, so we got guests that have been coming back and forth all night. We've got 3 guests that are here right now. We're going to start with fellow film critic. We got Tom. Tom's coming in. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. It's
Happy
the Oscars.
to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I know. It felt like it was never going to be the day that we watched the ceremony this year.
I know. It feels like we've waited a decade instead of a year. So, but it's very exciting. Next guest we got, you guys saw him in movie drafts last week. Almost won. Lost by a percentage of a point to Sasha. We got Benji back. How you doing, man?
Hello, mate. I wasn't expecting to be back so soon, but it's a privilege to be back.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm glad to have you back. And another guest that we had on movie drafts this past week, we got Koki coming back. Koki, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming back on.
I'm doing all right. I didn't do as well in the movie draft, unfortunately, according to the people at least. But in my heart, I did well. So
they were all very strong drafts.
Yeah, I mean, I think all.
It was
the drafts,
close though. Yeah, it was the whole thing was really close.
All the drafts were strong. They were close. But I'm just gonna ask you guys. We have a little less than a half an hour until the awards start. So, how are we feeling? Right now? I feel like my predictions are kind of solid, but also in shambles. But before we do that, we have another guest that just hopped in, and we're going to add him right now. He is one of the main guys over at Music City Drive-In. We got Ricky, and we're going to add him right now. There he is.
Here he is.
How you doing, man? How's it going?
Doing tonight, man? I'm just enjoying it. Finally, the end of the longest Oscar season. It's actually technically the second longest Oscar season, but none of us were alive in like 19, whatever it was, and the last ones were this long of a season. But yeah, I'm excited.
It's great, man. Thanks you for coming on. Yeah, it's awesome. So I just was starting to ask before you hopped in, Ricky. So I just basically asking, how's everyone feeling? You know, like I said, my predictions. I'm confident with a good amount of them, but there are those few categories that we're all talking about that are a little bit iffy. But I'll start with Ricky, who just popped in. How are you feeling about your predictions tonight? How are you feeling like tonight's going to go?
I have zero faith in any of my picks, and I say that only based because every time I feel like I have faith in my picks, the opposite happens, right? But I think that the acting ones are really, for me, I think Chloe Zhao is going to win director. I think she's going to run away with that. I mean, that's the only real surprise, I think, is obviously actress, which I don't think any of us really know who's going to win. I mean, I ended up with Carey Mulligan just because I feel like everybody played more into the SAG win for Viola than I think that she probably was actually getting from like the Academy, because like those are 6 SAG award win and 7 tries. I think the Screen Actor Guild just really liked them to Viola Davis, and there's nothing wrong with that. Their performance is great, but the one that I'm hoping for, and I threw it in there anyway just because I've been calling it all season, is I want Anthony Hopkins to win. So
I mean that. I tend to agree with you on that one because I just saw The Father this past week, and that performance by Hopkins is just something else. It's just, I was on the Chadwick train going, the whole time, and then I saw The Father, and I was like, my God, that is incredible. But yeah, those categories, it was so weird, at least for me watching, because like I hadn't seen The Father leading up to this. So when after he won the BAFTA and people were saying, "Oh, this category might not be wrapped up yet," I was like, "Really though?" Because Chadwick's been winning everything, he's got the steam. But then I saw him in The Father, I'm like, my God, he is incredible. But I'm gonna hop over to Koki. I'm gonna ask you, man, how are you feeling about your predictions? What do you think is gonna happen tonight?
I'm feeling okay. Every year I feel really confident about my picks because I mean, you follow the award circuit and it seems really predictable, and then all of a sudden something happens and Glenn Close loses, or something something along the lines of that. So I mean, it looks like it's gonna be Nomadland and a walk for a lot of these major awards, but I mean, we kind of said that last year. We thought 1917 was going to win Best Picture. I think almost everyone picked that. We were really confident 2 years earlier about the whole Glenn Close situation, and then she ended up losing. There's going to be a surprise or two tonight, and I don't really know what that surprise is, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing how tonight shakes out, especially with all the pandemic stuff and the lengthened season. And I'm feeling okay though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting. Benji, I'll hop over to you. What are you thinking tonight, man? What are you thinking?
Well, first of all, hello everyone. Pleasure to see you all again. Some of them are just like so certainly locked. There's no point talk about them. Director, production, design, categories where I think there could be an upset. Adapted screenplay for sure. Film editing, I think, is actually closer than people think. And I've heard amongst people on film Twitter for the same things as we do, that they've been hearing amongst others that apparently Olivia Colman and Glenn Close are a lot closer than we think as well. So in some categories, in most categories, it's going to be what we expect, but I'm expecting a proper shit show in others.
Yeah, I mean, I think adapted is one category to really look out for, because I think Nomadland's had that steam, but I think it's just like actor, where Hopkins is starting to get steam because people have started to see The Father. I personally predicted, I think that The Father might actually take home adapted. So I think that might be a category to look out for. But then I'm going to go over to Tom. How are you feeling about tonight? How are you feeling about your predictions? What are you thinking going into tonight?
Tim, Viola, Ma Rainey, Cold Coke, all the way. Chadwick Boseman. If he doesn't win, I'm going to be very sad about it. I think that's going to be not just a very good way to honor, everything that he did the past few years. But I felt like it was, it would be very well deserved. I unfortunately didn't get to watch The Father yet, but I did watch Ma Rainey, and I feel like it's very hard to top that.
Yeah, I mean, I would tend to agree. I mean, Hopkins, just what he did, and I know, like you said, you haven't seen it yet, but what Hopkins did in The Father is just absolutely incredible. But that being said, this is his last shot. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. This is his last shot, and he does give an Oscar-worthy performance. He really does. He commands the screen for Ma Rainey. He is absolutely fantastic. But we'll see. Anyone that's watching, leave your comments. We'll pop them up on screen. Let us know who you think's taking home these categories. Who's taking home Best Picture? Let me know. We got Max Talks Movies in here. Says, "What's up, Jack? Haven't seen any of the Best Picture nominees, but I'm here to show support. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it." So, how far out are we?
We got another 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
Why?
So,
I wish they would announce what the category order would be ahead of time. That'd be beautiful.
It'll be one of the supporting first. I know that much.
So
and the rest is.
Yeah, usually they start around with the supporting stuff, and then they just sort of work their way up, and they'll sprinkle in some of the bigger categories now. Like the screenplay noms will be somewhere toward the middle of the show, and then obviously they leave the bigger awards for last.
You should just throw a curveball and announce Best Picture first, and just go backwards from there.
Could you imagine?
and then everyone clicks out and the ratings go down. But
fuck you all. Charles 7's won. You can watch the rest now.
Well, I will add, that's actually funny you bring that up, because that actually has been talked about a lot in the last week or so, Benji, about this sudden emergence of the trial of the Chicago 7 maybe making a sneaky little comeback into this race for Best Picture. I personally don't think that will happen. I think it's going to go to Nomadland, but I'll ask the panel, and we'll go opposite of how we went last time. So we'll start with Tom. Do you think that could happen? Do you think that trial has any steam, or has it kind of been locked up with Nomadland?
After Green Book, I think everything is possible. I wasn't expecting Green Book win at all that year. I think that there is a very good chance. I think that Chicago 7 could win tonight as well. It's not my kind of film. Honestly, I had a very hard time sitting through it. But I hope not. I'm really hoping for Nomadland. For many reasons. Because first, because it's a very good movie, and second, because I really want to watch the Eternals trailer this week. And hopefully Marvel will be like, "Hey, that's our girl. Let's release the trailer."
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's why we haven't gotten a trailer yet, is because they want to have that Academy Award something on there, whether it be nominee or winner, which I think we all pretty much know that she's going to win director. I think that's one of the categories that's pretty much locked up for the night.
I hope so.
Yeah, but I mean, I love Nomadland. I just love it. But I'll hop over to Benji because. So what do you think? You think any shot for Trial, or what are you thinking about that?
I think there's a real strong shot for Trial, stronger than we think. I'm still predicting Nomadland for the record, but if Trial wins screenplay, I will be clenching my teeth for the rest of the show, because that will show a bit like, it will give me horrific flashbacks to Green Book and how when that won screenplay and we were all like, oh, surely the Oscars are going to do the right thing though, and nope.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. And then Koki, what do you think?
I still think this is going to be Nomadland, but yeah, again, these award shows, they surprise you, especially recently with the Oscars. I mean, it seemed like La La Land was a total, you might as well just put it in stone before the award ceremony started. I mean, it had 13-ish nominations. It blew through the whole award circuit leading up to the Oscars, and then all of a sudden Moonlight won. So you never really know about these things. And even that movie was about Hollywood. It was just like the most Oscar potential pick of all time. And then Moonlight won. So, I mean, with the way the voting, the way the voting body has diversified over the last few years has really sort of mixed up all these results for the Oscars. And it just makes it more of an exciting watch of a show. And really since that award show, when La La Land lost to Moonlight, I mean, ever since then, it's just been kind of wild and unpredictable. So, and this year that might be the case again, especially with all this COVID stuff in the extended season. So, I mean, Trial of the Chicago 7 could win. I don't think so, because I don't think it's really a movie that has sort of fit this growing trend of picking these Oscar movies for Best Picture and whatnot that aren't really Oscar movies that weren't really Oscar movies beforehand. I mean, even just last year, I mean, Parasite is a foreign film and it won Best Screenplay, Best Director, and Best Picture, and that never happened before. So I would lean toward something like that happening, or not Judas per se, but yeah, I would lean toward that not happen. But you never know though. It's the Oscars. So
I've just finished up a conversation with Diano Sana, who was the producer and writer of Brokeback Mountain. So there's something really sentimental about talking about Oscar upsets on the night of the Oscars, when I just spoken to quite possibly the biggest victim of that.
Yeah, and then I'm going to finish it off with Ricky. Thoughts? Do you think Trial has a shot? What do you think?
Look, I enjoyed Trial. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's great. I don't think it belongs in this category, personally, because I just feel like, first off, the others, this and Mank. Mank's easily the worst Best Picture of this category by far. Everything else ranks like 1 through 6, and then there's Trial, and then there's Mank. And there's nothing against those films. Mank is very Hollywood-ishy, so you expected it to probably garner all these nominations that it did end up getting. But I don't see a way Trial wins, even though if you look at it, it does tell a story. It does have that rah finish to it that people like. It kind of had that Green Book ending, you know what I mean? And happy-go-lucky in some aspects, obviously, with the saying of the names, et cetera, towards the end of the film. But I don't know. I don't think Trial's going to win. Would it surprise me if Trial wins? No, but I do think it's Trial and Nomadland. I know there's some creepy suspicion of Promising Young Woman, which I think would probably be the only thing, in my opinion, that would be equate to Parasite winning Best Picture last year, because obviously it's just, Promising Young Woman has a strong message to it, just like the rest of it. I mean, there's a lot of films. Nomadland has a strong message. Personally, I wish Minari would win Best Picture, because I think it tells the best story about what is kind of transpiring inside that idea of what American dream is, especially in a minority's eyes. But I think in everybody's eyes. Just the perspective of understanding you have to work to get to where you want to get to in life. But for me, I think it's Nomadland. Should trial win? No, but will it win? There's a possibility. I think it's them too. I don't think it's really anything. If we hear anything else, I'd be completely shocked.
Same.
So I have a question for everyone here. Then, what's the one movie out of all these Best Picture noms that you want to win?
The Father.
Like if you had the choice, like if you were the Academy,
100% The Father. Now, for
Really?
me, I say The Father. I've seen The Father 5 times. Okay, and it's literally. It's one of the most insane horror movies / comedy / drama / thriller / you'll ever see. The writing, the production, the film editing, all of that, in my opinion, it should sweep every single below the line category and then including screenplay. I think the screenplay is well written. I think what he did with the production design is nothing short of remarkable, as changing the scenes and the way Anthony Hopkins acts in this film is just, it's out of this world. It's something that's insane. But the problem I have with saying that on the flip side is The Father's not a Best Picture in my opinion, right? You know what I mean? It's great for direction. It's great for all these, but I like the Best Picture to have a message in it. And for me, I mean, I talked about Promising Young Woman or Minari. I think those two serve the best messages for Best Picture, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, Benji, you guys want to sound off? What would you, if you were an Academy voter, what would you vote for tonight?
Tom, mate, you go first.
Oh, thank you. I would go for Judas and the Black Messiah. I was literally ready to join the revolution watching that movie. That's how much it really moved me. I don't know, like I really like the aesthetics and all the cinematography and everything we're talking about Nomadland. But of all those movies, the one that really touched deep in my heart was Judas and the Black Messiah. That's probably what I would pick if it was up to me.
Yeah, Benji, what are you thinking?
I echo what Ricky says. I'd personally give it to The Father in terms of what one's my favorite. I think it was, despite the fact it overperformed, it didn't really, because it just deserves so much more, in my opinion. I think Florian Zeller should have gotten directing for sure. I'm glad to see he got in editing, because I think the Eddie and Critics' Choice snub was just disgusting for a film like The Father. It'd be my pick for editing. But in terms of maybe the one that I think is the best picture winner, I'd probably tie it between Minari, Promising Young Woman, and Nomadland, to be honest. Those would be like the three that I think are most deserved. I'd be happiest with The Father.
Yeah, and then I mean, for me, I have, whenever I do my predictions, I have my want to win category, who I would want to win and who I think will win. And for Best Picture, for my want to win, I put Promising Young Woman. I think that has I've talked about it on my channel multiple times. I just think just in overall, technically and performance-wise, it's just a fantastically done film. It's just really, really good. But Koki, I mean, you asked the question, so I'll ask you, which one would you pick?
See, it's me and like 5 other people are in the man cave, and I am living in the man cave. I love this movie. The first time I saw it, it was just a little confusing. It seemed too convoluted. It seemed like Fincher was stuck in his own head a little bit too much, which is a thing that happens in some of his films. But then the second time you watch it and you understand all the mechanics of the plot and the way the themes connect to the 1930s and also connect to today, and the performances are unbelievable. And I love it. I love this film. I love films about Hollywood, and this one is just a really interesting and cynical take on the industry and how history can repeat itself. And it's just a beautiful film, and I absolutely love it. So, and I also just want David Fincher to win Oscars, because to me it's absurd. He does not have a Best Director Oscar, despite the fact that he might be the best living director right now. So, it makes my choice. So,
I mean, I knew you were going to go that way. We've talked about it multiple times on your podcast, on my channel as well. I have it down at the bottom of my list, my personal list. But the lowest I gave any Best Picture nominee this year was an 85 out of 100. So that speaks volumes. I enjoyed every single Best Picture nominee in their way. But yeah, there's 11 people in here watching the stream right now. So welcome. Thank you guys for coming in. Let me know in the comments what you would vote for if you were an Academy member. What would you vote for Best Picture? And we'll put them up on screen. We'll talk about them. Just say what's up. We're all here watching the Oscars. They're starting in 10 minutes. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're really going to get into it soon. So, I don't know. I mean, there's so many questions to ask going into this, but then a lot of it is just
saying what we've already said many times.
I mean, yeah, it's just crazy. So many categories are just going everywhere and just wild, which was weird because I'd say 2-3 weeks ago, I'd say a lot of the categories were a little bit, if not mostly, tied up. And now after some of the new awards from the guilds and the BAFTAs and things like that, a few more categories are just all over the place. We already talked about actor a little bit. But I mean, I want to ask each one of you, because we touched on actress. That's obviously the category that's most in anarchy right now. It literally could go any way. Each of the televised performances has had a different winner. So just pure and utter chaos, which I mean is fun and it's great. I mean, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat all night, ready for that category to come up. But I'll ask each one of you guys, what do we think? I mean, I thought Mulligan had the steam, but then Viola won the SAG, and now I have absolutely no idea. So I'll start with Tom. I mean, what's going on in the Best Actress category tonight? What do you think will happen tonight?
I think Mulligan for sure. I'll be very happy between her and Viola Davis, honestly. I really watched and I love the Promising Young Woman. It was a very good movie, and she sold it. Like, she got a lot of hate at the beginning for whatever reason. I didn't really understand what was the conversation, behind all the hate campaign behind that movie. But I honestly love it, and I think that should go for her.
Yeah. I mean, that's who I want to win. If anyone watching the stream right now, I posted my prediction video today. I actually picked Viola to win. I think that's what they're going to go with. I want Mulligan, but Viola winning the SAG was kind of significant to me, at least. But again, who knows? I'll hop over to Benji. Best Actress. What do you think?
Look, the thing is, stats meant to be broken, right? I get that, and Mulligan does seem like the type of person that would do it, but personally I think it's bizarre that people are so dead set on Mulligan when she only has Critics' Choice. In other categories like Best Picture and the technicals, just winning Critics' Choice can be enough to get an Oscar. In acting, that is extremely rare to happen. So I'm not predicting Mulligan, even though she does seem like the type of performance that would break that stat. So for me, it's between Viola Davis and Andra Day, and I'm giving the slight edge to Andra Day for this one.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know people aren't a fan of me for doing that, but having the Golden Globe win is actually a really strong thing to have. And I know she didn't get SAG or even shortlisted for BAFTA, and we don't really know exactly why, but I'm hoping that it's as simple as it's a screener issue, because that's really what I'm hanging on to when it comes down to predicting her for the Oscar.
Wow, Andra Day. We got one vote for Andra Day winning tonight. That's when she won the Golden Globe, I had a visceral reaction because I just was not prepared for that to happen. But Koki, I'll hop over to you. What do you think's happening in Best Actress tonight?
I have Carey Mulligan as well. There's a few different reasons, and it's not. And I think Benji makes a good point about the lack of circuit buzz, but at the same time, it's a very showy performance, which usually trends well when it comes to these acting awards. It's a movie that seems like it has quite a bit of support in the Academy, and she hasn't won yet. I think that's certainly a factor that she has ahead of Viola Davis and Frances McDormand, who have both won already. So, I mean, I'd love it if my personal pick's Frances McDormand. I think she's unbelievable in Nomadland. I think she's the most deserving out of all five of these nominees, but I think it's going to be Carey Mulligan. And, Carey Mulligan's a spectacular actress. She does deserve to win an Oscar at some point. So, and I think tonight's going to be the night.
Ricky, how you feeling?
Yeah, for me personally, I feel like this was it. I could really see Frances winning, and I know the old adage of They won before. Who cares? Well, I mean, she already has 2, so what's a third? You know what I mean? But I just think that's a testament to how much they really truly love Nomadland, right? This could be very much a Nomadland night, right? We could see it win actress, and it wouldn't surprise anybody. Actress, director, picture, screenplay, right? It was just until the last few days that it was favored to win screenplay. The Father's actually slightly favored to win screenplay now instead of that. But I mean, I went Mulligan, and I think it really came down to that's who I want to win. So I kind of I was like, I really don't know who's going to win this category, and I'm okay with that because I think it kind of brings some mystique to the award show. Like, we've known Daniel Kaluuya is going to run away with this since we saw the first trailer, not the movie, the trailer for Judas and the Black Messiah, right? You know what I mean? Like, it was a lock before it was even considered a lock, right? That's why nobody put, everybody was like Sacha Baron Cohen. Nobody really put their eggs in that basket seriously because they knew Kaluuya was coming. He's coming in strong, and he knocked it out of the ballpark, right? So for me, I personally would love to see Vanessa Kirby win, just because that would be the be all and all. Each one of them win, a specific award. I do feel bad for that film because it did get put into a sour taste because of a person that won't be named because of what he did. But, it brought a lot of sour taste to that film because he's very prominent in that film, doing a lot of what he's basically accused of doing. So I kind of felt bad for that film as a collective whole, but I want Mulligan to win. I hope she wins. I wouldn't be sad if Davis won, only because I love Viola. I worship her. You know what I mean? It would be more than deserving. You know what I mean? So, and she was great in Ma Rainey. So she's the best part of that movie.
Yeah, and I'll add. You were talking about Kaluuya. I mean, it's not even the first trailer. It's like the first line he delivers in the first trailer. Like, for me, I was just like, there it is. I was like, there it is. And then obviously the rest of the trailer is absolutely fantastic as well. But yeah. I mean, so everyone that's in here, we're 3 minutes away. They just ended the first show, the pre-show. There's a new Cruella trailer going on right now.
I saw the trailer for it during. I went to see Nobody in theaters, and I saw the trailer. I avoid trailers at all cost.
Really?
All costs. I can't. I will. The only time I ever watch trailers is if I'm sitting inside a movie theater and it's a Fast and the Furious trailer. Because if that's the case, then hey, by the way, Universal. I mean, I'm on a different podcast. Call me, all right? You know what I mean? Wow. I'm trying to get Universal to let me interview the cast. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'll ask you, Ricky. So, did you see the video today from Vin Diesel?
I did.
About coming back to movie theaters. I mean, how do that had to be chills for you, right? I mean,
man, like it's just it was good, man. I'm excited to go back to theaters again, man. I miss it. I think people underestimate the power of cinema. That it's not just about the movies, right? You know what I mean? It's about that escape. It's about that, being with somebody or just being in this enclosed environment. This last year, all of you guys review movies. We know that it's been our computers, our little TVs, you know what I mean? We have our cell phones by us somewhere that if it goes off, we're going to stop the movie most times or check for a text or I mean, people do that in movie theaters, but that's not me. You know what I mean? But in the movie theaters, it's like you put the thing on vibrate, you forget the world exists for 2 hours. And that's what I miss the most about it.
Yeah. It's actually weird because coming back, because I've been to the theaters. Well, I went to the theaters last summer to see Tenet, just because I'm a Christopher Nolan fanatic. But since then, I've been back to the theaters twice in the last, 2-3 weeks. And I took that for granted because, I used to go like pretty much every Thursday night, go see a movie or two. Like that's how I was doing it while I was in Phoenix going to college. And, I was like, it got a time where I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But then you're gone for a year. And I got back and I was like, this is nice. I was like, this is nice. Just being able to sit back, like you said, the escapism of it. I mean, it's just, I'm very happy that theaters are coming back. I really am. But I mean that, I know I quote retweeted that tweet and I said the literal definition of chills, just Vin Diesel talking about movie theaters. But
exactly.
Yeah.
I hadn't been back in a theater since for like over a year, but I went on Tuesday and I went to go see Voyagers, and Voyagers is pretty bad, but I was like locked in the whole time just because of, I'm just taking that environment for granted, right? And the big screen aspect. And I mean, there was like no one in there, but at the same time, it was just like, I just missed it, and it didn't even matter what the movie was. It was just an experience. So
yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. It's just that feeling, that rush. I went, I don't know, 2 months ago or whatever, I went and saw Godzilla versus Kong for a press screening inside IMAX, and it like making the return back there was just
Yeah.
Apparently the screenplay awards are first. I've just seen on the text, unless that was wrong.
Okay, so we're gonna get screenplay first. It's starting right now, everybody. The Oscars are starting.
Don't hold me to it. That's just what I read.
We're doing it, guys. We've waited over a year. Over a year, we have waited for this moment. The Oscars are back. We're here. They're happening. The Super Bowl of the film industry is happening right now, and I know we're all excited about it. We've been talking about it for the last half an hour. If you're in here, let us know in the comments, just say, hey, what's up? Or let us know who's taking home Best Picture, who's taking home these different categories tonight. But final thoughts before we get into the Oscars. Obviously, we'll be talking through them, but anyone wants to throw in any final thoughts before we get going?
I like how outside this is and different and kind of an experimental. And I mean, Steven Soderbergh's one of the producers for the show tonight, and he's one of my favorite filmmakers, period. And like this is going to be, I'm actually pretty excited to see what this looks like for the whole show. So
yeah, it's going to be great. Well, we're starting off. I think we had Ricky hop out. So Ricky, thank you for coming. He'll be back in a little bit, but we have someone else coming in. We got the man Ewan from Ewan Reviews is coming in to join us, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you? I'm just currently trying to find the channel.
Doing good, man. We're starting off. I mean, this is it. So, guys, if you're in here watching, we will be talking throughout as the awards are being announced. We'll be giving some commentary, but there will also be moments where we're taking it in, we're watching, we're seeing what's going on. But Ewan, welcome. Thank you for coming in. This is great.
Thanks for inviting me.
And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
this is more like the Globes than the Oscars so far, with the tables and
I don't like this.
The vibe.
I don't like how they tried to make it a film. I don't like the frame rate. It doesn't sit well with me at all.
It
This.
seems like it's almost shot like a film instead of like a TV
Oh my god!
show.
It's original screenplay first. Oh my god! This is the whole night right here. If they give it to Charles Chicago 7.
Okay, well, Benji, I will just say you are a little bit ahead of us. So
Wait, why is he ahead of us?
I don't know.
Because
So-
Sky are doing it, and clearly they're
All right, so I'm gonna.
I have it. I'm on like a cable stream, so that's why I'm like confused.
No, I know that she's I only know it's screenplay because if you look at her card, it says screenplay. We're probably at the same point.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
Right,
just
we need to make
Regina
it-
King
we need-
talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We
yeah,
need to
she's
make
holding
it-
up. She's holding up. Oh yeah. Okay. So original screenplay. So I'll
We
add
need
the
to make it
banner.
a rule that we don't say what it was until we see everyone's reacted.
Yeah.
It ruins it.
Okay.
After I hear it on mine, I'll ask everyone if they've heard it. That's how we'll do this. So after I hear, I'll ask if everyone's heard it. If we all have, then we'll discuss. Is that everyone good with that?
Oh my god, I'm so anxious right now.
Quickly, does
Okay.
everyone want to say their who they want, who they
Sure.
and
Yeah.
who they think's gonna happen, what they think's gonna happen here? Just
I got-
quickly
Is this
before it starts.
original or okay?
This is
original.
original.
Yeah, this is
This is
original.
original.
Yeah.
I got
I'm
Promising
good.
Young Woman.
I'm good with all of them except for I don't want Promising Young Woman, which I know. I want Judas and the Black Messiah. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want-
Sorry,
I
Jim.
have, no. What do you got?
I
Cody?
want Sound of Metal, but I picked Promising Young Woman.
I
Benji, what you
did not
got?
like the dialogue in so many scenes.
In Promising Young Woman, I don't like. I'm kind of like you. I'm kind of out on that movie. Not like I
Yeah.
don't think it's horrible, but I gave it like 3 out of 5
It's
stars.
barely passable for me.
That movie
Yeah.
has no tone. That's my biggest problem with. There's no.
Thank you.
The movie doesn't really know what it wants to be half the time, and it's a little all over the place. I think it's best when I think the rom-com aspect of it is actually the best part of the movie, and I don't think the movie wanted that to be the case. So I don't know. I'm in the minority with that, but that's just me. but I think it's going to win tonight. I think it has a lot of momentum. So,
We've got Aiden here saying, hey, how's it going, Aiden? Benji, what do you got for best original screenplay?
Promising Young Woman, and I want Promising Young Woman. If Trial wins here, then.
Right.
I'm good with Trial. I'm good with all of them except for.
Is she announcing nominees right now?
Yeah. Benji, I will ask. We can hear your TV, so just maybe if you could turn to just a little
I can hear
bit.
someone else's TV as well.
Okay. Make sure if we got TVs on,
I'm fully, yeah. I'm fully muted.
Can you hear mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not mine because I'm not even at the nominees yet. So whoever's is at the nominees,
Turn it down.
They're showing each of
I'll ask,
and then I'm gonna right here.
I'm gonna ask Tom real quick. Who do you got best original screenplay?
I'm sorry, I could not hear your question.
You got for best original screenplay?
Let me see here. Sorry, just 1 minute. I think I'll go with Judas and the Black Messiah. That's one of my favorites.
Thank you.
All right, well, we'll see. So they're doing best original screenplay right now.
I'm not gonna lie, they're going on a bit here. I think they need to pick up the pace.
I don't know if Judas has that much support in
No,
the
it's not
Academy,
gonna
though. That's my worry about it.
Not gonna win. He'll win supporting actor, and that's it.
Yeah.
We got Aiden saying, "Oh, I just want to see Chloe win for Academy Award director title for Eternals." Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they'll so put that in the trailer.
they will. That's why we haven't gotten a trailer yet because she's got all the steam. So, yes, I would like to see that as well.
That movie still got like 6 months to come out. More like 8 months to come out, though, right? It's
November.
November.
So,
They literally should have that trailer come out on the first commercial.
About 6 months. About 6 months. But I mean, that's kind of the timetable for a first trailer for a Marvel. Usually is about 6-7 months ish. I mean, it kind of depends.
I've got to put my phone upside down, otherwise, it's going to pop up like everywhere, like ding, 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 ding. This one.
Yeah, they're really milking this.
Oh, here we go.
It's taking forever. Sorkin's on the screen right now. What about everyone else? I have Sorkin on my screen.
Final one.
Right now they're announcing it.
I have seen.
I'm at Sound of Metal. I'm at Sound of Metal right now.
I have seen
I've seen it too. I just saw it too.
I've seen it.
Regina King has taken her sweet time telling me the nominees.
I will not comment until everyone's seen it.
Oh,
same.
So I'm still on Sound
No
of
reaction.
Metal. I'm still on Sound of Metal. Sorry guys.
I will mute my mic.
Is Sorkin the last one that she's going to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on Sorkin right now.
You're way behind.
I am way behind. I don't know why.
Gotta get on like a cable stream, man.
I'm on ABC. I'm on ABC stream. I'm streaming from ABC right now.
Oh, You're not watching on cable though, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm watching.
That's why.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna be just way behind the whole night then.
All right. Here we go. So everyone else has seen it, right?
Yeah. I think.
So we've all seen it, right? We've all seen it. Okay, Promised Young Woman took it home. Emerald Fennell. There we go.
Right, number 9's won Best Picture. That's it.
So that's number one. How are we feeling? I'll ask the crowd. Whoever wants to chime in can chime in. I mean, Ewan, I know, is not a fan of that.
I don't hate the movie. I should say that it's a 3 out of 5 movie for me. I just don't love it, and one of the dialogue was one of my least favorite things in some scenes. But people loved it, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You got to think about the bigger crowd, don't you? Sometimes, it can't always be about what you want.
Yeah, obviously, it's just opinion.
Yeah, exactly, mate. It is what it is at the end of the day. I don't mind this.
This is a good sign for Carey Mulligan, though.
I suppose, yeah, it's definitely not a bad thing.
Because that means people like the movie, therefore, people might take that performance. This is interesting. So, yeah. I think Sound of Metal had a better screenplay personally, but it's fine. Yeah,
I don't understand why they start with screenplay first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That usually for most of the award shows they start with the supporting actor and actress. Yes, that's
what I thought too.
You're right. I didn't think of that.
Wow. That's
we got. This is like filmed so weirdly.
Yeah. Poor choice, but happy to see that Sorkin was not rewarded for what I consider his worst work. Oh, okay.
Is this his worst work? I don't think so. I think it's I'm blanking on the movie name right now. the movie before this, before Trial.
I'm just going to say real quick, Tom's got to head out. Thank you, Tom, for coming on. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night. You can hop back in, but we'll see you later if not. So
See you later, mate.
They're doing Adapted right now.
They're doing Adapted. Okay, I'm still on Emerald giving her. Todd said his last work was Molly's Game, which I think is a relatively good screenplay. I like that. Movies and Train Studio says hello there. How's it going, man? Yeah, but I mean,
let's see if the father wins.
I didn't think Sorkin was going to take this one home. I think
I wasn't really sure who was going to win.
Yeah. Okay, Emerald Fennell is just now leaving the stage for mine, so that's how far behind.
You're way behind us.
Well, yeah. So that's just how it's going to be. We're just going to have to play it out, work with it, however we got. So we're doing Adapted next. Okay, so Adapted is next.
This is a strange crew of nominated, like the White Tigers in here. I don't know who here has seen the White Tiger.
I'm going to mute myself now just because I'm getting really. I don't want to spoil it.
I don't know who else has seen the White Tiger that's in here. It's just a weird category of movies. I saw the White Tiger recently. It's very, very average. I mean, it's not a great list. This isn't a great list, but I think Nomadland is probably going to win this in a walk. So
I'll mute myself now.
I have Nomadland is my want to win, but I actually have The Father taking it. That's my.
I need to check. She said Borat instead of Borat, as in they're naming them. Just saying. For Adapted, I have The Father, but I would be totally cool with Borat because they already won Oscar. Okay, I'll mute myself now.
If you guys are in here, there's 13 in here. We're doing Adapted Screenplay right now. Leave in the comments right now what you think is going to win Adapted Screenplay. I got The Father winning. We just spoke about them for each of our guys, but they're all muting themselves. We're not talking because we're all on delays and behind, and I'm on the furthest delay. So I see someone in the chat just put who won. All I'm going to ask, guys, is no spoilers until we discuss it. Because someone in the chat put who won, I think. So anyone that's watching, we will discuss it. So just we are on a delay, like I was just saying, which is okay. I know you didn't know. We'll get to it in a minute. But just we will talk. We will all talk about it once it's all right. Here we go. I'm seeing right now. The Father.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Hell yeah. That was my pick. Wow. I'm so glad.
Okay. So Movies and Trains said The Father won screenplay. All right. There we go.
So smug right now.
What are we thinking? This was the one that I had.
I agree.
How are we feeling, guys?
I just watched this. Like it ended at like 5:30, like 3 hours ago. I watched this film today along with Nomadland, and this and Judas are like my pick for Best Picture. I mean, 5 of them could win, and I wouldn't have a problem. The screenplay was phenomenal, though. I love this movie so much, and I'm so glad this was my pick.
Yeah, Koki, what do you think?
This is interesting that The Father won. Then I don't know. You don't want to like overthink these things early in the night, but that is a little bit of a surprise on my part. I'm not a fan of The Father, but I'm like the only person on the earth who didn't really like it as much. But I just thought the movie was overly cocky and didn't really understand exactly what it was. Thought it was a lot more clever than it actually was, and it was a little bit obvious. And I love the Hopkins performance, but the screenplay was annoying for me. And won the Oscar anyway, but that's the Oscars for you. You don't always get what you want, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Benji, I'll ask you. What do you think?
Fucking dope, man. We're happy.
Okay, there we go. So I'll bring up this question because I was just about to ask this, and then Todd put it in the chat. He said, might signal that Nomadland does not have as much momentum as the pundits have said. What does this mean since Nomadland did not win screenplay? Is it shaky? Are we still feeling good? What are we thinking about Nomadland?
That a little bit too, but it's early in the night. I don't want to like jump on this too much, but
no,
I mean,
because the child can't win. It hasn't got a screenplay win, and it can't win director. Like impossible because it's not nominated.
So Green Book didn't have a director nomination and won Best Picture. So
But it won screenplay.
It did win screenplay. You're right.
So is Sorkin not winning?
Okay,
original?
Well,
is that or adapted or whatever one it was? Is Sorkin not winning that? Basically, say that Nomadland is going to take it home, or is there still some ambiguity there?
No, I'd say
maybe. Okay. I've got to head out, but thanks, Jack, for having me on. It's a lot of fun.
Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you for coming on.
Will it just be us three for the rest? Are we expecting anybody to pop in?
We're expecting more people. Some people are going to come later on.
Okay.
But yeah, so for right now, it's just going to be us. There's a lot of people in here.
I was planning on recording for my channel, but I was just like, I just want to enjoy the Oscars, really. I don't want to be stressed out about it.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't care about the views or whatever. Like, what I do in terms of, I know people like, I want to like provide people stuff to enjoy, but like, it's just like, it just ruined all the other award shows for me because like, I also was like updating MCDI and all the really little awards, and it's just so tedious and stressful. And I'm like, right, okay, I've got to pretend. Okay, I've got to write this. I've got to prepare this tweak. So no, this is going to win. Okay, I'm going to hit that. Oh no, wait, no, that didn't win. I've got to change it quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I did the first. The first few award shows, I live tweeted and then I wrote articles and I did a video. And the last few, I've just been like, I'm just going to do a video and just talk about it afterwards. That's kind of all I'm going to do. But yeah, Aiden says, who won last week's movie draft? That was Sasha. Sasha brought it home. We actually have two of the contestants in here right now. Ben and Koki are both in here. They were on.
Hopefully she'll be here soon, so I can.
She will. Yeah, she may be making a cameo in a little bit. She said she's having some problems with the computer, so she may jump in on her phone for a little bit.
We've all heard that problems with the computer.
Yeah,
she
we've heard that before.
Just have to face the rightful winner.
I mean, just like last week, right? Didn't she have problems with her computer last week as well?
It was a Wi-Fi one.
Well, it was the Wi-Fi, yeah, but yeah, she won by a percentage of. Well, Aiden says that's why he asked, because the two people that did not come on top are in right now. But don't worry, hey, it could be worse. You could be 0-4 like me. I'm 0-4 now. My record's 0-4. So, but yeah, I mean, we'll have both you guys on for movie drafts sometime in the future as well. But movie drafts are fun. So
it's really fun. I really enjoyed my first time.
Next week's episode is gonna be fun. Filming it tomorrow. You're gonna
have to make a like no beer bottles rule or something.
No, it was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. It was good. We're just having fun. That's what it is. It's supposed to be having fun, hanging out, doing.
My problem is that like I fiddle with stuff and I stood in that bottle and I kept getting that. I was like, so I got my finger stuck famously, and then like near the end, I remember I'll never forget. I knocked it and then it was empty, but it made a loud clang. And I was like, oh.
And we kept it in. That's the beauty of editing. We took out the pauses due to Wi-Fi issues, but we kept the beer bottle dropping. We kept that. Movies and Train Studios asked, you guys excited for the Bad Batch in less than 2 weeks?
Excited for the what?
The Bad Batch, the Clone Wars spinoff. I mean,
I'm curious to watch it. I
think it'll be all right. I'm interested to see how it goes because it's dealing with the Bad Batch when the Empire is coming up. So yeah. I think so. Koki, do you have any thoughts on the Bad Batch coming up?
No, I don't actually.
Yeah.
I do watch a Star Wars, but like, you know, it's fine.
It'll be interesting. I mean, I'm not highly anticipating it. I'm mostly looking for the the Marvel shows, which Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's just me. I know it's very divisive. Joshua G. Mulligan for Best Actress is what I'm rooting for tonight. That's the one I want to win. I personally picked Viola Davis to win as who I think will win. But we'll see. I mean, the screenplay win is big because that means people really liked it for screenplay. So Michael Gutnick is in here. What's up, man? How's it going? Loki's going to be a fun show. I think it's going to be fun. So the show is coming back on. So just like I said, guys, if you're in here, if you see it before we talk about it, don't spoil it in the chat because we are on a delay. Some of us are on a delay. I'm on a significant delay. some of us are on a delay, some of us are not. Until we start talking about it, let's refrain from posting in chat who won. You can say who you want to win, but don't explicitly put who has won. Let's just try to do that. But international feature, I've got another round. Do we all have another round? Another round?
I think it's another round.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is
Another round.
This
Everyone's
is
got
pretty
another round.
Yeah.
One of the biggest
Yeah.
ones.
Especially when you get the director nomination already. That's when you know there's a lot of support for this movie in the Academy, outside of just the international category. So I would be really surprised if this wasn't.
This finale of another round annoys me. They're drinking like fruit cider. That's not proper men's beer. I'm not having this.
Do you like that? I haven't actually heard you guys' thoughts on another round. Do you guys like that movie?
Oh, I love
love
it.
that
It's
movie.
brilliant. Oh, it's fucking
it's-
fantastic.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. I think it was top 5 2020 movie for me.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one, mate. Well, I'm just going to quickly lean over to my heater.
It's some of the most fun I've had
Yeah,
watching a
yeah.
movie in a long time. That's true.
Big Boston guys.
Oh,
Another
my God.
round. Want to see Mads' dance? Well, there it is right there. If you're watching, there's Mads' dance. I'm seeing it right now.
You're really late.
Which is one of the most. Yeah, we already know that. We know I'm like 30 seconds behind.
We are 2 movies ahead of you right now in these like movie.
One of the most iconic
We're doing
moments.
the clips.
One of the most iconic moments in all of 2020 cinema. The Mads.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine if it is
at
another round? Jesus Christ.
No, I'm in the second one now.
We're in the 4th one now, right? It's I don't even know what movie this is, but
Man Who Sold His Skin.
Man Who Sold His Skin. Okay.
Aiden said he hasn't seen the first 2 that are introduced. Another round. You guys see Another Round. Such a great movie.
It's a must. It's a really good movie. It's just a really good, really fun movie.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused about the movie's politics on drinking. It seems like the movie kind of wavers on whether it wants to crack down or not, and that part's a little bit confusing. And the movie, but I do think it does a good job of handling its tonal changes and it's some of the funnest scenes of the year. So I like the movie a lot. I highly recommend it for anyone.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm
In a
not there
moment.
yet, as we know.
Oh, no. Don't worry, I'm not there just yet.
Well, I'm just at the Man Who Sold His Skin. So Todd
We've been on this
said
thing for almost an hour.
their interview on the Big Picture podcast addressed some of those concerns. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to listen to that. I think talking about Another Round. I think. All right. Have you guys heard it already? I'm not there yet.
Thomas Vinterberg
Yeah.
is a really good looking man, isn't he?
Yeah,
Just
I want to
saying in
check out
general.
more of his films after this. You know, I like
Another Round.
He has
There
an
we go.
interesting little style. Yeah,
All right. So Another
Yeah.
Round. I mean, that we already knew.
He's a damn fine looking gentleman, he is. He's born in 1969 as well.
Vintenberg is? Wait, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. Who did you say was in from 1969?
Vinterberg was born then.
Vincenberg was born in 1969.
Yeah, he's 52.
That man is looking good.
he's got
I'm looking like that at 52.
he's got like the celebrity juice. You know,
Yeah, whatever they're drinking and eating over there.
jeez.
Yeah, so predictable so far tonight. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I'm 3 for 3, and I'm like off to a hot start, but I'm like,
The
No,
father
I
was
the father was a
weird.
bit of a surprise. The father was a bit of a surprise.
I predicted it though.
Yeah. Michael, this is actually a good question. What percentage of the award show is pre-taped and pre-recorded, do you guys think? I think we're pretty much live. I don't think it's like the other award shows so far this year where they've done the Zoom stuff and stuff like that. I think the fact that they're in person, I think we're pretty much all live. Because also the other thing is they did the best original songs in the pre-show. And those were pre-recorded. But I think we're pretty much live. Yeah. I mean, I think we're pretty much live. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
no,
I mean, we're live.
we're live.
It looks like it's pre-recorded because they're shooting it in like cinematic style, but this is all live.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the walk-up that Regina King had.
Oh, that was definitely. There's no way.
That seemed almost definitely like pre-recorded.
Yeah.
But
Aiden says next year is going to be super hard since there's going to be so many more than normal with all the pushbacks. You could argue, but then you could also argue stuff from this year was also pushed back to next year. So maybe.
I mean, there's gonna be like an infiltration of a lot of movies soon. Anyway, so
yeah. And there's going to be. I think the difference is like this year, which is great. There's a lot of indie love. We're seeing a lot of love for smaller indie films, which is great. And next year, the blockbusters are coming back. But then you also argue, are a lot of the blockbusters really ever up for Oscars anyways? I mean, I think it's, a very rare occasion. Like I think Dune might be up for some Oscars and stuff like that. But like Tenet was one of the big blockbusters to come out in the eligibility. And it only got nominated for, I think, 2. And now it wasn't a great movie, obviously. If it was better, it may have gotten nominated for more. But
I loved Tenet personally.
I love Tenet too. But like critically,
I like Tenet more than like half these movies. But yeah.
I just get a kick when I watch it. It gives you like an energy boost.
Yeah.
I love that bit when he's on the fire truck and he comes out the tunnel and it starts going.
Nicole, the answer is no.
Yeah. How's it going, Nicole?
and-
Thanks for coming in. But yeah,
You have to, this year they're just being more creative with all the COVID stuff and the fact that Soderbergh's helping, like produce the show. And I mean, there's a whole bunch of different reasons as to why this is really creative.
and Todd says right here, Steven Soderbergh expressed the desire to have as much live as possible, thus the strict no Zoom policy.
Which I like. Because
I like that too.
we're all sick of staring at Zoom screens, So
Yeah.
I mean, if in any way possible you get rid of Zoom, it's a good thing.
Yeah. And we're getting to a point in like the country where vaccines are being widely distributed. I am almost.
Are you vaccinated? Are you two guys vaccinated? I am.
Fully. Yeah, fully.
It's working differently in the UK. In the US, they're just saying go for it, and they're doing it in stages.
Oh.
Yeah. How's the rollout been? I don't want to get too far of a tangent, but
to be fair, the rollout in the UK has been pretty great, to be honest. Like, I'm not like all that political, and I think the government have done all right considering the circumstances. But to be fair, it's been really good. It's one of the best in the world, percentage wise, and they're getting through it a good rate. And pretty much every single older vulnerable person has been offered the vaccine, and the only people who haven't had it is because they've refused it.
All right, here we go, boys. Probably one of the most clear categories of the night. Best supporting actor. I think we all think Kaluuya.
Yeah, we all think it's gonna be Kaluuya, but who would you want to win this? Because for me, it's actually not Kaluuya.
I mean,
no, I'd actually.
If we're not talking Kaluuya, who did I put?
I want Lakeith Stanfield to win this. That would be my personal pick. That would be my vote. So
I put Leslie Odom Jr. just because I love his performance. But if I'm being real, I'd probably say Paul Raci as well. But it's going to be Kaluuya. We all know this already. His time.
What about you, Benji? Which performance do you prefer?
Paul Raci's my favorite.
Okay.
But I'd honestly be happy with any of these people winning. Honest to God, I like them all. Even Sacha Baron Cohen, which apparently not a lot of people are overly fond of, but I'm cool with it.
I think Sasha's the best part of Trial. I would say.
I would agree.
Acting wise, I think he's the best part. So I would not be mad at any of them, but I mean, it's Kaluuya. I don't think there's any really doubt in anyone's mind that it's going to be Kaluuya.
Yeah, Paul Raci would be fun. That would be the fun pick.
Great.
It was so cool to be able to meet him.
Yeah, it's your guy. But yeah, Jack and I talked about this a lot. Like the Lakeith performance, just how hard it is to pull off a performance like that, and how nuanced and how quiet he is, and yet that character really is kind of soulless, and he gives that character I won't say a soul, but a type of relatability, despite the whole point of the character is that he isn't relatable at the same time. And I respect that performance so much. I think it's his best performance. I think it's one of the toughest performances to perform of the entire year. And that's why it's my personal favorite, but I don't know. I would be stunned if it happened. I was stunned that he got nominated, period. Like, that was stunning.
Yeah, in supporting, that was crazy. Oh my God, all right, okay. Obviously, I'm not going to say it, but here we go. I'm going to mute myself because I'm worried.
I mean, I'm on a huge delay, but we already know.
Yeah.
I'll just wait to be nice for.
I mean, I already saw it. We just saw it. It's yeah. If it was something surprising, you would have seen it on both of our faces already.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
fast forward.
I'm just gonna do that. I mean, it's gonna be Cluya, and
we can talk about the movie though a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to. They're at Sasha right now, so but it's clear. It's clear.
I'd say let me try to find where I rank this movie. I think for me it's toward the middle.
Yeah, I just saw it. So Daniel Kaluuya won. Just to tell everyone, I just saw it. So
out of all the nominees this year, this movie was around the middle for me. Yeah, I had it in 5th out of the 8. So I like this movie a lot. It didn't quite hit me the way I totally wanted it to, but still. Oh, who's clapping?
My mom's over there.
No. But yeah, I mean, I liked it a lot. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's not perfect. Gets a little slow. It's at points, but I respect it quite a bit, and I like how bold and brave this movie is as a whole.
Yeah, I had Judas 3rd in mind. I really loved just what they did.
So, what was your rankings 1 through 8? I can give you mine. After.
Let me pull up. You give yours. I'm gonna pull up my Letterboxd so I can have an accurate.
My number 1 is Mank. I've already said this earlier for a whole bunch of different reasons. Number 2, Nomadland. I think it's a beautiful movie. I think it's an incredible film. And those are really the only two movies that I think are up to the same, like even near the same level as last year's top films for Best Picture. But then I go Sound of Metal 3, Minari 4, Judas and the Black Messiah 5, Trial of Chicago 7, 6, Promising Young Woman 7, The Father at 8. So those are my rankings.
Yeah. Okay. So I had Nomadland at 1, Promising Young Woman at 2, Judas at 3, The Father at 4, Sound of Metal 5, Trial 6, Minari 7, Mank 8. And I feel it's blasphemous for me to have Minari at 7, but I just loved all the films.
Right, I'm with you. I like them all, but my order was the bottom was Sound of Metal, which I felt really bad having to do. Number 7 was Mank. Number 6 was Minari. Number 5 was Nomadland. Number 4 was Promising Young Woman. Number 3 was Judas and the Black Messiah. Number 2 was Trial of Chicago 7. Number 1 was The Father.
Yeah.
I think Minari gets better. I think Minari was better in the first 15 minutes before Yoo Young-jun's character shows up.
Oh,
or is that just me? I know that sounds like a hot take, but I just feel like the movie had a little bit more life, a little bit more momentum, and then it kind of stops a little bit, and when her character comes in, the movie kind of changes. And it's still a very good movie for the rest of the film, but I think those first 15 minutes before she shows up, there's something exciting about it, and and especially that argument scene. It's just so good, and I don't know. It just kind of lost a little bit of momentum there, but I like Minari a lot. I think it's an excellent film.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Right,
I'm gonna throw this one up just so we can talk about it. Why was Lakeith nominated? He was the lead. We kind of already talked about it. I mean,
so the Academy basically rallied up to get him a nomination by putting him in supporting, and that's basically it. And then he just got just enough votes, and then poof, Oscar nomination morning.
It's called category fraud. The Oscars have been doing this for years, and this year it was just a really blatant example of category fraud.
The funny thing is that like they've been doing it for a long time, but like usually it's where the studio have campaigned them in that category to get them a win, and then like the Oscars go with it. This is one of the very rare times where the Oscars have actually been the perpetrator of it and actually gone and done it themselves.
And there you go. That's it. I mean, look, he's fantastic. I mean,
he is.
Like I said, Koki and I have discussed this a few times now. But yeah, I mean, he's really great. So let's look at the chat. Movies and Train Studio said bottom was definitely Mank. Second to last was Nomadland, just not my thing.
I still fail to understand the Mank hate. Can you guys explain this to me, both of you, because you don't have it as high as I do?
What's that?
So I need y'all to explain me why Mank didn't hit as well as it did with me.
I'm not sure.
I like it a lot. I genuinely like it a lot, and I think it's annoying when people make it out to be a shit film, because it is not. Even if you don't enjoy it, it's still a really well made technically film. It's just not something I want to rewatch. It's as simple as that, mate. Like I respect it greatly, and if I ever became a filmmaker, I'd turn to it for like for influation. Is that how you say it right? Did I just say for influation? Is that a word?
Influence.
Influence.
That's
Like
it.
Influation. I'd look at it for influence, but I don't want to watch it again. And
here's the. Sorry to interrupt. I think this is the West Side Story trailer.
They're showing the West Side Story trailer right now.
Right. Yeah. So we'll pause real quick just to watch this. We'll get our reactions.
Well, it's not live in the UK, so I hope you both enjoy it.
Well, we'll give our reactions.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, but we'll give our reactions in just a second.
Yeah, I've been watching it mostly. I mean, y'all have seen the original, right?
I actually haven't.
Oh wow! Come on, man.
There's a lot.
Not to call you out like that, but
I get it.
I mean, West Side Story is a great movie. I'll say it's West Side Story. You know, it's a really, really good movie.
I forgot Ansel Elgort's in this.
Yeah,
I legitimately forgot about that.
But yeah, we can talk about Mank after West Side Story talk, I guess. Benji, have you seen West Side Story?
The original? Yes, mate, I have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's classic. There's not much else you can say.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
All right, that's it. I think it looks good. I mean, I like I said, I haven't seen the original, but it's Steven Spielberg, so I'm intrigued.
Very Spielberg-y.
It looks more. It looks modern to me. I mean, my mom just said the same thing. She said it looks more modern. But I completely blanked that Ansel Elgort was in it. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, I'm a fan of what he's been in. So that's cool.
I'm not want to bring it up because I don't want to start yet. But yeah, I mean, was it good then?
I mean, it looked like a teaser. They didn't really give a lot away. You know, it's just kind of a cutting back and forth between some different scenes and stuff. It wasn't really.
Well, they're just building up.
It was a lot of scenes from the original that they kind of like pinpointed on, like, oh, get ready to see this again. It was a lot of that, like the gun shows up, there's a close up of the gun. I mean, there's the shop again. I mean, it's all the same. A lot of it really harps on the hallmarks from the original movie in the trailer. So. But is there another director you guys have seen more movies from than Steven Spielberg? Because I don't think there is. I think I've seen not every single one of his movies, but I've seen like the majority of them at this point.
You know, honestly, I don't think I've seen a lot of Spielberg. A lot of classic Spielberg is like stuff I have to watch on my watch list.
I'm not a fan of classic Spielberg.
I've seen Nolan's entire filmography, and that's only 8 films. That's 11 films. Probably. I've probably seen more of Nolan than Spielberg because I've seen all of Nolan's filmography. But
Fair enough.
Spielberg, there's no doubt that Spielberg's done a lot of good. He's done some questionable. I personally really liked Ready Player One, but that's just me. Yeah. Okay.
I find myself defending Ready Player One a lot.
I love
because I think a lot of people hate that movie, and I think it's fine. I think it's interesting. I don't say fine. I think it's an interesting film. Does some really cool stuff, and not everything in it works. I'm not a fan of the ending, but like that Shining sequence is incredible. That's just like only Spielberg could do that. Only he could insert a classic film into this very, very modern type of movie. And yeah, so now we have Don Cheadle on the screen.
Yeah. Aiden, are you going to stream for the draft? What draft are you talking about? Let me know. Are you talking about movie draft? What are you talking about? Let me know. Yeah, Don Cheadle.
Movie draft?
The goal is eventually to do that, but I want to do a few more before we do that. Okay, so we're doing best hair and makeup next. Is that what it is?
Yep. I've interviewed on the Hillbilly Elegy hair and makeup crew.
Hey, Rhodey.
It's cool to see them win, but it's going to be
it's gonna be Ma Rainey, right?
Ma Rainey and the Renault Pinocchio.
Yeah. This is kind of a lock too.
NFL draft. It's Thursday. Well, Aiden, funny you mentioned that. I'll plug it right now. I'm starting my new job tomorrow with Chat Sports, and they're doing the draft. So go over there, check it out. I will not be streaming the NFL draft myself. I will be working with them doing their stream. So go over there. Go check them out. They're really cool. Best hair and makeup.
I haven't seen all of these nominees. I haven't seen Pinocchio. I think I might have seen the rest. I think I've seen the rest of them.
I haven't seen Emma. I haven't seen Pinocchio.
Emma's good. Watch Emma. Emma has really good. Emma's a fun movie.
That's what I've heard.
The second half, the first half's better than the second half, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Kind of went over the wayside because that was right when COVID started. So
you didn't just say my TV, did you? Anyway.
No, I'm kind of vamping because we already saw the winner, but
yeah. Well, okay, so it's in the chat. Ma Rainey won. I appreciate you watching the stream, man. I really do. You've spoiled a few of them. Can we please until we physically start talking about them? Let's keep spoilers out of the chat. When we start talking about them, we will do them. And no, I'm not. It's okay, guys. We're good. Everyone in the chat, we're good. But let's keep spoilers. We will say when we start talking about them. So let's just keep spoilers out of the chat. But Ma Rainey won. That was the obvious choice. How do we feel about that?
Yeah, Benji, are you a fan of Ma Rainey?
I do. It's weird. The first time I watched it, I was like, eh. And then I watched it again a couple of weeks ago. I really liked it the second time round. It clicked with me in a way it didn't the first time. I'm actually quite upset it didn't make it for Best Picture. Maybe
I should do that because it didn't click with me the first time.
You're good, man. Don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know. We will. I will announce it because I'm on a big delay. I'm on like a 30-second to 1 minute delay. I'll announce it who won, and then we'll start talking about it. Don't worry about it. You're totally good. No big deal at all.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's
not a big deal. But just for anyone else, if they're on a delay as well, we don't want to spoil it for everyone. So let's just we'll wait until we all We'll try to
avoid the dead air.
We'll try to avoid the dead air the best we can. But for some of them,
I'll try to vamp and ask for some takes, kind of what I've been doing.
We got two great guests here. We got two great guests here to talk about the Oscars. So, and we'll see. We should have some more guests coming on later. I think a lot of people said that the second half they'll be able to join. But hey, we're good now, guys. We're chilling. 12 people in the chat, or 12 people watching right now. Say what's up.
But Ma Rainey, but like Ma Rainey didn't really connect with me, Benji, because it's just like I'm not a huge fan of those like theater, those play movies where it's mostly set. It's mostly set in like one place, and there's not a ton of creativity and difference between each of the production sets. And I don't know, it creates kind of a stasis in the movie because Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, kind of like Fences. I mean, it's all set in the same area, the whole movie, and I don't know. It kind of hurt the quality of it a little bit, and I didn't love the script. I thought it was a little unself-aware. I don't know. I Jack didn't love it as well, so I mean, that's why I sort of asked for your take on the movie.
Okay, no, I understand. We're on to costume design now.
We're doing costume design now. Okay.
Yep.
Ma Rainey again.
It's interesting. It's weird. I think a lot of people are on like two sides of the fence about Ma Rainey.
Yeah.
I know some people who really love it. And to be honest, like when they can be up to 10, it is just a bit disappointing that they just can't throw it in there anyway. Oh, Christ's sake!
Yeah.
I've got my phone up and Twitter just bloody spoiled it.
Oh boy.
Who's
How
accepting
long is this supposed to go? The Oscars range around 3 to 3.5 hours. I think they've done okay timing so far, but we'll see. There's still
They've
a lot
been
more
moving pretty
categories to
quick.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of slow at the start, but they've actually picked up the pace.
Yeah. There's still a lot more categories to go, though. So we're going to be here for a while, guys. We're in it for a while.
Oh,
we're here for a
can't
long time and a good time.
Can't wait for my back to fucking kill me come tomorrow.
What kind of like ranking game do you guys want to play now? I was thinking about we could rank Fincher's movies, but I have an idea. You've seen them all?
So
I've not
there we
seen
go.
Alien 3, but I've seen everything else.
So
I'm
Ma
not going to
Rainey,
include Alien Free because I know he doesn't class it as his own film.
so Ma Rainey took it home. We already knew that.
Yeah, no doubt.
So not really anything to really talk about here, but I'll just put it there.
If it wins lead actor and actress, then that's 4 wins for a non-best picture nominee. That'd be insane.
Yeah.
It'll win all its nominees then.
This is a good point by Todd. No music. That should speed things up.
Yeah.
Yes. I like how they did the original songs ahead of time in the pre-show.
That was a great
that.
idea.
Yeah.
Because
I like that.
we're not there to listen to these songs, you know, like we're there to like see who wins these freaking movies, man. You know,
Yeah.
we want to see movie stars react to it, and we want to see cool speeches. Like that's the whole point of this. It's not like Pharrell being up there and singing, you know, like I don't even know whatever the song Happy. So it's but hey,
Yeah. Well,
Hey man, you don't have to go. You can stay. Don't worry about it. I mean, you're all good, man. Don't worry about it.
oh, bless. No, don't go, mate. It's
You
all
don't,
right.
you don't have to leave. You can stay, hang out, just chill. We're just chilling. No big deals at all.
No one's annoyed, mate.
Yeah,
Everyone's
no one's
chill.
annoyed at all. You're all good. You're all good, man. Don't worry about it.
I'm not bothered. Earth keeps spinning.
We're just asking that, you know, we keep spoilers until we talk about it. And for some of the big, like, we didn't talk about it for those ones because those categories, they're significant for those people that, like, in the general of the Oscars, they're not some of the bigger awards. When we get to the bigger awards, we'll have bigger discussions like we did with screenplay and things like that. So no, don't worry about it, man. Stay, hang out, chill. When we get to the bigger awards, we'll have bigger conversations. Don't worry about it at all. I just, you know, wanted to make sure that, you know, anyone that's on a delay doesn't get spoiled. That's all we're trying to do. But you're
Benji,
totally
what's your number one Fincher?
A Social Network, 100%.
I agree.
same.
That was quick.
Yeah.
So I watched the first scene just before I hopped on here, just to, you know, because I can watch the first scene of The Social Network every day for the rest of my life and never get sick of it.
I've seen that scene so many times, but every time I learn a new line, it's so fast.
Yeah, and just the way, let's talk about the scene, because like it's just the way that this scene previews the rest of the movie too, right? It talks about how Eduardo, there's no way he's going to get into the club, right? And then he gets into a club anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they talk about like rowers in this first conversation, and there's rowers, and of course there's the twins, and it's unbelievable.
It's an incredible. I haven't seen it for a while because I've been putting off watching it because like I just want to like save it flat like that one time and then like watch it and just be taken away by it again.
It's just the pace of it, and there's Cranston, and it's really it's just such a tremendous first scene. That's my number one. My number two would probably be Zodiac.
My number 2 is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
I just rewatched that actually.
I love the David Fincher remake. It's so underrated. I think Daniel Craig's so underrated in that film as well. I think last week when we were discussing our potential snubs, I think I said that I would have maybe chosen that if my snub got taken.
Well, that Oscar year was not ideal. That was the artist year. That was the Hugo year. There's not a lot of good movies that year.
That was a really rare year, though, where Golden Dragon Tattoo won Best Film Editing, and it did 2 really rare things. 1, it won Best Film Editing for Best Picture nomination, and 2, it won just Film Editing, which Charles looking like to maybe be one of the only few to do that as well tonight.
Yeah.
Movies in Train Studio says, still got to go. Got to get my car to go for school. Hey, good night, man. Have a good day. Have a good night. Get that school done. Got to get that school done.
Yeah, don't leave it till late, mate, because that's never nice.
Yeah, that's the Oscars are important, but school comes first.
Yeah. tell you.
I gotta go real quick. I'll be right back. You guys entertain or just sit and watch, whatever.
Yeah, me and Koki will be having that.
We gotta keep the conversation going. This is why I'm like rank your Fincher films, man.
Okay, go on.
Just your number 3. I have Zodiac at 2 because I just think it's a perfect movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen them all
recently.
I've got
it's a perfect movie.
Do you want to see something? I'll show you.
Okay. We're keeping the content rolling here, even without our host.
This is how much I love Zodiac. I've got a rare steelbook of it, and it.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Wow. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Look
at the inside. Yeah. It's like the symbols and everything.
Yeah, I think it's perfectly cast. It's perfectly paced. The pacing is the most impressive part because it's really quick, but there's like a sharpness to it and an organization to it, and it's just a tremendous film. And
0 Oscar nominations.
I know. That's the crazy. It did not get nominated for Best Picture because that's when they only had 5 nominations. That was a loaded year because that's also the same year as No Country for Old Men. That's the same year as There Will Be Blood. Like those are also 2 pretty much perfect movies as well. So
crazy year.
Yeah, it was just an incredible year. I think someone at the bottom of the screen just said, "Hey guys," and it's not. I don't think it was a comment though.
No, this might actually be in this. So I think maybe someone's trying to join.
Yeah, I think someone's actually hopping in. Jack's
I am back. Right as I got back, we got Luke. There he is. How you doing, man?
There he is.
Hey. How's everyone doing?
How's it going, geez?
I'm doing good, man. We're doing good. Have you been watching the Oscars so far?
I'm playing catch up right now. It's my youngest birthday party today, so I've been away with some family, but I'm doing some catch up right now.
All right. So do you have any thoughts so far as to what you've seen so far?
So far, the main thing I've focused on is just, essentially the red carpet, mainly because my wife is a fashion designer, so we usually take a little bit of time to look at the outfits and go from there. But yeah, I'm doing catch up right now.
All right. So we'll try our best not to spoil, but just let us know. So we're doing humanitarian award right now. Okay, so I'll just leave the banner off for now.
All right, so I'm seeing Best International Feature Film, another round. This makes me very, very happy. I really, really enjoyed this film.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
one of the great picks.
I think he's a couple awards behind.
Yeah, you'll catch up. Yeah, we're on the humanitarian award. We're on the humanitarian award, so there's some time. You got some time.
Yeah, so my number 2 would either be Zodiac or Gone Girl. I think those 2 movies are just stellar work.
I'll go back just a little bit because Todd said his number 1 was Zodiac and his number 2 was The Social Network. So just wanted to make sure I put those in there.
Yeah, I respect it. Anyone who is Zodiac number 1, I totally get it because that's probably more of a Fincher film, Zodiac, because Social Network, I look at it as Sorkin's work, but Fincher is like the producer behind the scenes, not actually the producer, but you know what I mean? Like the guy behind the scenes tinkering and editing and sharpening up his Sorkin's work, but at the end of the day, it's still more of Sorkin's baby than Fincher's film. So I always look at it more of a Sorkin movie than a Fincher movie, actually. Even though Fincher's the director, of course. But yeah, but Zodiac's a masterpiece. I love Gone Girl. I think it's an incredible film. I think Ben Affleck's unbelievable in that movie. It's just chilling on so many levels.
I'm not even like saying this as like a biased fan. I genuinely think, apart from Alien and Fear, I think all his films are just great.
Yeah.
Those
Curious. Ben Button is the one movie that I look at that he made, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't. It doesn't really fit him in the sort of style of movies that he makes. It doesn't fit that really sharp, cynical style that I really attracts me to him. But other than that, I mean everything else except for I guess Alien 3, but I barely even count that movie. Is just top tier stuff at some degree or another. But outside of those three, it's like Fight Club probably, and then either The Game or Mank. I love Mank. I think it's amazing. But it's not going to win. It might win. It'll probably win something tonight, but there's a chance it wins nothing tonight.
It's going to win production design. Yeah,
absolutely win it, and it could win cinematography.
I actually have
beautifully shot film. But yeah, it's a beautifully shot film, especially that walk in the park.
I don't understand why people like on film Twitter they just like rally up just to shit on a film. Kind of
that's film Twitter for you.
Again, I don't totally get why people don't love that movie. I can guess, but I still don't totally understand.
Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah. Like, is it really that much worse than Parasite? I think it is worse than Parasite, but it isn't. Like, I mean, at least to me, it's at least a debate. But
they're just about to announce director. This is weird.
You referring to between Mank and Parasite?
Yeah. I just don't totally get why there's like six. There seems like there's like six people who love Mank, and then everyone else is like, this is this weird thing Fincher did recently, and I don't get it. I just think it's amazing, and I've seen it 3 times for a reason. To me, it's really rewatchable. I think someone earlier said it isn't rewatchable. To me, it is incredibly rewatchable. So I don't know. I'm just kind of confused about it.
We're doing best director right now. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. Director.
We're getting into it.
Okay. I don't even announce the score. Someone's a director.
Wow. I mean, do we think anything weird's gonna happen?
If Chloe Zhao wins, I'll be shocked. Honestly, I don't see how she's winning.
I mean, I think this one is pretty much wrapped up. I don't want to say it, but
it's wrapped up. I'll say it.
Yeah. Joshua G says Chadwick or Hopkins tonight for best actor is going to be tough.
I think Riz Ahmed could Black Horse it.
Yeah. I mean, do
you think they're presenting the award, or are they just featuring here's are the nominees, sort of like they do with best? Oh no, I guess this is the award.
No, he's got the envelope. He's doing it.
Yeah. Because sometimes they're like, oh, like this is one of the best picture nominees. You know how they do that with best picture, right? Yeah. But they don't like. It's like here's 5 minutes on.
It doesn't seem like they're doing that tonight, though, which is good.
But it doesn't seem like that. They're directing this early in the night. This is incredible.
Well, it's weird. They're redoing the order because they started with the screenplays instead of supporting like they usually do.
This is radical though. This is really radical. Because directing is usually the second to last thing announced. You know.
Yep. Okay. So they just started the nominees for me. Like I said, I'm on a huge delay. Vincenberg getting nominated is incredible.
It's
absolutely
cool.
I love that.
Cool. It's just so cool. I mean, there is this trend in the director category, in that the people who nominate for these awards, a lot of them are international. A lot of that body's international. So you do see a Vinterberg sneak in there, or Bong Joon-ho. I mean, Michael Haneke, way back in the day with Amour, he was nominated for Best Director, and that wasn't something that was expected. And I mean, Cuarón, for example, this actually happens quite a bit.
So, I mean, I think a few of you may have already seen it, but I'm just we all think
Yeah,
Chloe
they just
Zhao.
announced it. I'm not gonna say it.
You're
but
not going
they
to
just
say it,
announced
but our predictions are basically all Chloe Zhao. That's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Emerald from Fernell to take it home, but Chloe Zhao though.
So, Luke, what are some of your favorites from this year in terms of who do you want to win? Who would you want to win?
Yeah.
Rank the movies,
So
explain it in a way that you see best fit.
Yeah, so I'm on this Vinterberg kick right now. I wasn't following Vinterberg very much until Another Round, and it's like an addiction now. Like I'm just going back through that catalog because as soon as I watch Another Round, I had to go watch The Hunt, and maybe with me, it may be an age thing. You know, I just connected with Another Round so much, and a lot of it just could be because of I'm like in my 30s and I've got kids, so I just connected on the story so much more than some of these other films. So that's a big one for me. Chloe Zhao for sure. Nomadland. And again, this kind of goes to this lifestyle thing because I've like been in this such minimalism kick. So, for me, it's the stories. I've been attracted more to the stories than like the character development. So these are two big stories for me. Minari more so because I'm from Arkansas, so being connected with that Arkansas story. So story's like the big thing for me this year. Like Promising Young Woman, I did enjoy that one. That's one of those though where like I can see some of the issues that I've seen through other critics, but I would love to see like Nomadland Another Round definitely take.
Oh my god, Francis McDormand's actually turned up.
So like I put on the ticker. I saw it now too. Chloe Zhao. Marvel is going to have a.
I can't believe it. How she won.
An Academy Award-winning director directing one of their upcoming films.
Yep.
Yeah. How much do you want to bet with the upcoming commercial break? It's just going to go the Eternals trailer.
Bro, if it did, that was what I thought. One of two things was going to happen. It's either the next commercial break, we're getting it, or it's going to drop tomorrow. And I would like for the first option to happen because I have to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, that's why we haven't gotten a trailer yet. That's the only reason why I can speculate we haven't gotten a trailer for that film yet, is because they were waiting for Zhao to take home the award, so they could put it in the trailer.
They want that big moment, yeah.
I hope that next year it's just back to normal. Like I like what they've done this year, and they've made the best of a bad situation, and they've used it as an opportunity to experiment. But like a lot next year, I just want to see normal Oscars. Just normal Oscars, make it a bit faster. Job's a good one.
This has been pretty quick.
Yeah,
and I like the changing of the order because now we got director like an hour in.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but do the Oscars appreciate most people who are watching just want to see the winners really? Because I get like the whole like some people do watch it because they want to watch like a grand event and TV and everything, but it just kind of goes on a bit.
Yeah, it is always too long. I'm not going to deny that, but
yeah.
At least they got rid of the music. That was they should keep that forever.
Really, you think they should keep the music?
Keep it away from the show.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, agree.
Forever. That should be a permanent change.
I really hope OC doesn't win for a song because I hate Diane Warren. just gonna say it as it is.
I tend to agree with Koki. I think what they did, setting the precedent of doing the best original songs beforehand, you got to keep that. You got to keep that. After you've done it now, everyone's gonna love that because it's going so much quicker. You got to keep that. But I like it, kind of like what Koki said. I like that they have changed up the order because usually you kind of know how the order is going to go. Like you said, we all thought supporting actor and actress was going to start. We thought we were going to get director at the end of the night right before Best Picture. But now there's a bit of variability. Like anything could be coming. I think the only one that's really set in stone is Best Picture to end the night. But
that's it. They announced Best Supporting Actor, but not Best Supporting Actress.
That's true.
I'm sensing something crazy in Best Supporting Actress. I really think that they could go anywhere with that.
I don't know. I mean,
It's
Yu
probably
Young
going to
John
be Ye
is
Chung
won-
Yin, but
Yeah,
I'm
Yu
just
Jung Young has won everything up to this point, but you never know. I mean, Glenn Close could get the revenge Oscar here, but I'd be horrified if that happened
I don't see that happening.
because that movie is horrendous and she isn't even that good in the movie. But I don't know. I would prefer Yu Young Jun for sure. So
Yeah. I mean, she's who I think she's who I'm predicting. But how is everyone's? I'm just gonna ask the room because I am just quick flex. I'm 7 for 7 so far with my predictions.
So
How's everyone's predictions going?
mine
I
I
got
think.
one wrong.
What
Okay.
one did you get wrong?
What was
Screenplay
it?
for the father.
It was one of the screen. It was the father win. Yeah.
Luke, how are your predictions going for the night so far?
Not solid.
Yeah, everyone. There's 11 people watching right now. Let us know how are your predictions going tonight. I'm off to a hot start, but
Sound is next.
as we saw last year, I had a very hot start last year, and then I petered off at the end. But we'll see.
I'm so happy to see another woman's won Best Director, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I was going to put in here. Joshua G said, "Proud to be Asian, back-to-back years for Best Director." I mean, that's great. Great
Yeah.
achievement.
Seeing different
Todd is
faces
6
win
for
these
7.
awards. Yeah. Seeing different faces win these awards is important and something that the Academy has really done a good job of improving on in recent years, because that's what happens when you diversify the voting body, and that's what they've done. And I mean, it's still not perfect. Like I'd love to see, say, Soul get nominated. I would love to see. I mean, I don't understand why Steve McQueen's short films didn't count for the Oscars this year. That didn't really make any sense to me. Like I think, yeah, it's but still, like it's progress. It's better than it was, say, when Crash won, or
Oh,
for example.
Kofi,
So
I literally today interviewed the producer and writer of Brokeback Mountain, who lost to Crash, and she was very honest about how she felt.
Brokeback Mountain is a great movie. It's
fucking
really,
amazing
really,
film. I
yeah,
can't
it's a
believe that Crash
really,
beat it.
it just adds like life to you. It's like the whole movie's a breath of fresh air in a way, especially with Ang Lee and those long visual shots of the rolling hills in that movie. It's really something. But and Crash is just a disaster. So
it makes you like not even if you're like a straight person and you're like it's not even for like, even if you're like not gay and you're not really looking for that one film that makes you feel bad, but like Brokeback Mountain like makes you just like want to like be who you are and like not like hide who you are as a person. It's an incredible film. I love Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. The 2000s, there were some really darn good movies, despite the whole Crash situation that won. So I think now it's Sound, I believe.
Mm-hmm. News of the World would be the runner-up because it won Motion Picture Sound Editors. It could also be Soul, but it's going to be Sound and Metal.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Sound is what makes Sound of, like, the lack of sound is what makes Sound of Metal, and yeah, they just showed the award. But I mean, the sound is what makes that movie so good, right? And I love the story as well, but like getting that first person perspective in that first person perspective in that film that it gives you is just so moving. And I guess I should be quiet because I don't know if Jack's seen it already or not.
I haven't seen it, but I have a pretty good idea of what it's going to be. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just updating the description right now to put everyone's Twitter handles in there so that everyone can go follow everybody.
Nice. Yeah, Sound of Metal may be my favorite of last year, even though I feel like I connected so well with the Another Round story. I really like Sound of Metal.
Yep, I just saw it, so we can discuss Sound of Metal. I mean, deserving.
I think we all do.
I mean, like, sound is what makes that movie, or the lack of sound makes that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
the sound design is so good. It really kind of like thrusts you into our character's situation. I don't know. Like, I'm a huge fan of Sound of Metal. So I don't know how much more we're going to talk about this movie throughout the night because I don't know if it's going to win anything else.
It might win editing, but that's about it. It could also really, really surprise one actor. Like it could do like a Adrian Brody back when he won for The Pianist, but nah, unlikely.
I think actor is such a two-horse race.
Can you imagine if like Riz Ahmed does win? That'd be crazy. There's got to be one upset, and like I really hope there's one because I don't want this night just to be boring and just go expect. I want there to be a crazy upset.
Yeah,
I mean,
there will be.
Isn't it just going to be an actress though? Aren't we just going to be stunned at whatever the actress is? Unless it's Carrie Mulligan or something.
That's not even
if Vanessa Kirby wins tonight,
that will be an upset.
I would be stunned.
It's completely up in the air. The only upset will be Vanessa Kirby. She hasn't won anywhere. But like all the other ones, it'll be like, oh well, I guess you won that. Like, yeah. I'd love it. Vanessa Kirby's my favorite of the 5 though, so I'd be happy with that.
Really?
I loved her in that film.
I love Vanessa Kirby in general. She's great in The Crown. She's great. She's great in Mission Impossible. But I don't know. I mean, that movie just gets worse and worse and worse after the first scene. That first scene is unbelievable. It's arguably the best opener of the year. Probably is the best opener of last year, but of this, I guess that's a 2021 movie, so this year. But I think it just goes downhill after that. Partially because that first scene is so good. It's hard to like keep up that momentum, you know?
Yeah. So Joshua G asks, who's Koki's pick for Best Actress?
It's time for everyone's Oscar outs to make or break for live action short.
Oh, yay.
I'm predicting The Letter Room.
So my pick for Best Actress, who I think will win or who I want to win.
Give both.
I give both. So who I think's going to win is Carey Mulligan. Who I want to win is Frances McDormand in Nomadland. That was such a moving and incredible performance. I think Carey Mulligan's really good in Promising Young Woman. She's always good. It's Carey Mulligan. But at the same time, Frances McDormand, it's one of the best performances of her career, and she's, one of the greatest actresses, probably of all time. So, and it's really saying something. Chloe Zhao's just able to get the most out of her and put her in such a natural position to succeed. So, I mean, Zhao had to win in my book. So,
yeah. So, Luke, I'll ask you because you just came in, so we haven't really spoken about it. Who do you have for Best Actress tonight?
I have to agree. I would love to see Frances McDormand. That role was really meaningful to me, and that's kind of goes back to what I mentioned earlier. It's like I've had such a connection this past year with like just the idea of minimalism and that kind of lifestyle. Yeah, that was really great. I think Carrie did great, but with Promising Young Woman, I just don't know. Like, it's like I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, I could see Carrie's probably the one that's gonna get it, but I would love Frances to get it. I think Vanessa Kirby did solid. My struggle is the other two films I have not seen. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and The United States versus Billie Holiday. I can't say on those. Have not seen those.
And okay, so Best Live Action Short went to two.
Did you predict that?
I didn't. There were 2 categories I did not predict, and they were the 2 short categories.
Oh,
I haven't seen any of them, so I didn't have any.
I predicted The Letter Room, and that's really got my nerves.
I predicted 21 of the 23 categories.
All right, okay.
So have you seen this one, Benji? Have you seen Two Distant Strangers?
I have. It's very good. I'm happy that it's won. I'm just annoyed that I didn't predict it right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have no horse in the race for the 2 short categories.
Yeah. I missed. My local theaters didn't get it until like just this weekend, so I missed that opportunity of seeing them.
Well, you can skip the U.S. versus Billie Holiday because I got 20 minutes into the movie and I just I can't watch this. This is just awful. That movie is just not what you want in general. As it looks like it's animated after the break, they're going to get the animated feature. But the U.S. versus Billie Holiday is kind of a disastrous movie. Out of but for Mom Rainey's Black Bomb, we talked about it earlier a bit. It's we haven't really talked about Viola Davis as a potential winner tonight because she could win this. She's no one's picked her, but she's your prediction. Never mind.
Prediction for who I think is going to win.
I've got Andre Day. I'm sticking with it.
So Koki, I'm going to ask you. You said you got like 10 minutes. Was Andre Day at all a redeeming factor for you, or was the movie?
No, she's good, and I think she has a real control of the screen and is very good in the movie. Don't get me wrong. It felt maybe like a tad bit too impressionistic, but at the same time, she has a on-screen presence that's undeniable, and that's just a natural acting talent. That's just outside of just talking about the character and anything like that. But yeah, I mean, the movie is just a screenplay mess that has no structure, but for all the wrong reasons, and it lacks any sort of subtlety. It's kind of unwatchable. For me, it was kind of unwatchable for me personally. So,
yeah. Joshua G says supporting actor is probably the toughest category to call. I mean,
I'd agree.
I think it's best actress.
Well, actually, no, I think it's best actress. Never mind.
I think it's best actress.
I think it's Ye Cheng-yin. Honestly, I think it's locked in.
That's what I would say. I think it's Ye Cheng-yin as well.
Mm-hmm.
Todd says Viola has strong support within the Academy. Yeah, I've heard
Absolutely.
that. Viola's sleeper for the award. I actually didn't recognize her. That's why I have I predict her as who I think will win, because just mostly for this, I've heard she has some strong support within the Academy. But that's a tough category. It's like we said at the beginning. Each televised event so far this year has had a different winner. No one has won twice in televised events. So it's crazy. It's just so crazy. So next, I believe, is best animated.
We're still a commercial break, so
yeah. I just know it's coming next.
We got to come up with another talking point here.
Soul's gonna win, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's a walk. That's easy. That's easy.
Let me see.
Soul should have been nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. Todd says this would be her third win, but first Best Actress for Viola. Is that true?
This would be her second win. This would be Viola's second win. It would be Frances McDormand's third win, though.
Okay, I'll pull up both.
Because remember, Frances McDormand won for 3 Billboards, and she also won for Fargo in the 90s. So love Fargo, by the way.
Yeah, so Viola is a 4-time Oscar nominee. And then, like you said.
But if Viola won, it would be her first Best Actress. That is true.
It would. Okay.
Because Viola won for Fences.
100%. Supporting for Fences, Todd said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, only one Oscar for supporting for Fences. Yeah. So we're talking McDormand then. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that category is so up in the air. It's what we're going to be talking about all night until it's decided. And then after it's decided, that's what we'll be talking about for the rest of the night until Best Picture, because this is the most up in the air category. Yeah.
Jesus, just get on with it.
Are you back, Benji? Are you back? Is it back for you?
Yeah, I am right now. Yeah.
Okay, I'm still.
They're back from the break finally.
I'm on an Apple commercial. Now I'm on a Bachelorette commercial.
Yeah. I'm excited for
oh my god, it's my future wife on screen. I think she's older than my mum, so it's a bit weird to say that, but well.
You didn't see that coming.
It's tough. That's why I like that category. Yes, I mean that's best actress is the category that I am most excited for because it's the one with the most drama because no one knows.
This year it is, but usually it isn't. I mean, historically, we usually know what's going to happen in these acting categories, right? I mean, last year it was the chalk of chalk. Like last year's acting categories, we knew Brad Pitt was going to win. I mean, we knew Renee Zellweger was going to win in September, like, which is obvious. So, I mean, it was like the screenplay, direction, and best picture were those were the ones that ended up being up in the air. And I mean, we've had stunners in the past. I mentioned the whole Glenn Close situation from 2 years ago, but I would be surprised if there was. But I would be. But this year there's that kind of that vague gray area with with one of the acting categories, and that makes a more exciting show. So,
Best animated short.
It's going to be If Anything Happens, I Love You.
Okay. I have no fight. I have no dog in the race here, but all right.
Didn't see any of these.
Well, should I just say it because no one else has a dog in the race? Jack, do you care?
Benji, have you seen it already?
If Anything Happens, I Love You is incredible.
But I mean, have you seen what won yet?
Oh shit! Right, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say it. I mean, we don't know.
If Anything Happens, I Love You.
Yeah, it won. Yeah, it won.
Okay. And Benji, you said you've seen it. You really like it.
Oh, I love it. It's really, really emotional. It's not like a fun animation, but
I like how brightly lit the stage is here for this award ceremony. I like how bright. I like how it kind of feels more natural. You know, it's not like this like closed theater environment. It's this it's like, you know, it's like the Globes, but more organized and competent and better, you know, picks for awards. You know, we're not out here giving Jared Leto awards for a really, really bad movie and a fun but not that great performance. Like,
this is an interesting comment from Todd. He says, the Frances performance was excellent. However, I'll be curious to see if voters feel like she's gotten her due already.
Exactly. That's why I didn't pick her personally, but
I agree.
But it's still my favorite performance of the year of this Oscar season in terms of actress performances. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, I had Frances at the beginning of award season, but as the race has kind of become more, you know.
The thing I love about it most is it kind of plays on that Coen brothers like facade that she's built up over the years, and kind of adds a little more of a natural, calmer aspect to it. So it's kind of like you kind of feel Zhao's style and her style kind of mixed together in this really, really beautiful way, and it's part of what makes the movie so great. I love Nomadland, and I mean, if it weren't for Mank, it'd be my number one easily. I think it's those two and everyone else, personally, and it partially because I mean the two best filmmakers out of all these movies, it's Chloe Zhao and David Fincher, and to be honest, it's probably not that close between those two and everyone else. So, just for this year's batch, at least.
Oh, all right, Reece, you're overselling it a bit. Just go on. Animated feature.
I mean, last year's show was pretty quick too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hosts are cool, but like ever since they have not been doing a host, it kind of just flies. The first year was an experiment, so it still took a little bit of time. But the last 2 years, because it's been 3, this is the 3rd year they're doing it, right?
Yeah.
The 3rd year. Yeah. So the last 2 years, it's kind of flown by. I mean, this year is really flying by. It's really flying by. We've been live we're about to hit the 2-hour mark, but we did the first half an hour before the show started. So it's only been going for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
All right. Animated feature.
They're showing Onward on the screen right now in terms of what's going on live.
It just came up for me. So
yeah. So
I'm not even into the nominees yet.
Do you guys have any thoughts on Onward? Because we know it's not going to win.
Who's winning animated feature? It's Soul.
Yeah, it's gonna be Soul. But
Could be Soul. I need to watch Soul again. I've seen Onward a lot. My kids do like that film.
Is that
Onward's good.
Luke? Is that your? Is that like actual house behind you there? My friend?
It is.
Very, very, very nice. I got to say.
Appreciate it.
Exquisite.
Appreciate it.
Onward kind of gets a bad rap. I don't really. It is a little too like Pixar cliche, but it's a good movie. It's a very, very good, excellent ending. Good movie.
Just looks like a cute film, really.
Yeah.
It's a fun watch.
Yeah, Aiden says hot take. I prefer Onward.
Ooh, that's a hot take. I don't know about that.
And this is why I say I need to watch Soul again. Like I've watched it a couple of times, but not enough to just really dive into the story and pay attention enough to get everything from it.
Onward was very solid. Yeah, I mean, it was the last movie I saw before COVID hit in theaters, and the ending's great. I really enjoyed it too. But I mean, Soul, just something about Soul. It's just so good. And a Shaun the Sheep movie is nominated for an Oscar. That's just crazy to think about.
It's a good nomination, in my opinion.
Have you seen it?
I really like it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
You saw Shaun the Sheep too? Jeez. Wow. That's no, like the Wolf
We love our
Walkers
Shaun the Sheep over here.
on right now. They're really going in on these animated previews more than they usually do. I think this is longer than I remember it being.
I'm on Soul right now.
No doubt in my mind it's going to be Soul.
I love Soul. It made me think about my life. It's like I should stop watching sports games this much. Maybe I'll become like a lost soul myself. So, but it's an incredible movie.
Wolf Walkers is beautiful too. But she adores Soul. I haven't seen Wolf Walkers. Actually, one that's on my list to see.
Same.
But the 2D type of animation looks very interesting, and I actually, I've heard a lot of people campaigning to have Wolf Walkers take it. But yeah, I mean, it looks interesting.
I mean, Soul to me is better than all but two of these movies that we have for Best Picture. Like, I don't totally get why it isn't. I mean, we've had Pixar movies nominated for Best Picture in the past as well, and especially in a year like this, where Black Lives Matter is so prominent, and in this movie actually does finally show animated people of color. Like that, it would have been a lot more. It would have been powerful, and it would have made sense given the quality of the movie and the themes, some of the themes it has, to put it in for Best Picture, and it just didn't get nominated. I was surprised. Now, I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of disappointed, and don't totally understand why.
Do you guys have Tic Tacs in the US?
Yes.
Pete Doctor has a Tic Tac.
All right, so Soul took it. No surprise. I'll go through a few comments real quick. I think Todd's talking about Wolf Walkers. I don't know if I think it's on Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV.
Yeah. Nicole talking about Wolf Walkers, saying it's gorgeous. Bring back 2D animated movies.
I'd agree. I like seeing different types of animated movies because, we're so used to seeing the same Pixar style, right? Which is one of the reasons why Spider-Verse was so exciting, because it had not only was it animated differently, it was animated differently in different parts of the movie with different characters. So it was just like this whole blend of different styles to go along with this beautiful story. But yeah, I'm not saying the animation Pixar is bad at all, but it's nice to see something different. A change of pace is nice. So Disney's kind of had their own formula in it, and it's made things a little more dull in that visual perspective.
Yeah, I agree. A few more comments. Fatima said, I didn't like Soul. Onward and Wolf Walkers are better movies. All right. Aiden said, I liked Onward more than Soul. Haven't seen Wolf Walkers.
Some people don't like Soul. I'm not 100% sure why, but
it's because it's film Twitter for you. It's because people like Wolfwalkers more. So in order to show they love Wolfwalkers, they got to take a bash at Soul. It's kind of sad that that's kind of the attitude, because it's like, why can't you just love both?
Yeah, this may be what I do. I've got a vacation coming up soon, so maybe I'll take the time to watch Wolfwalkers finally, and then give Soul another viewing and kind of make up my mind there.
Yeah. Todd says, yeah, it feels like with the exit of Lasseter at Pixar, that studio might at some point need to revise their house style. Maybe. I mean, I like the style still of the, of the films. I mean, I think Soul is gorgeous. I mean, that's one of the things that popped out to me most, was just it doesn't look too real, but it looks really point on. Josh said for me, he said, where did you get your framed movie posters from? I bought the posters on Amazon, and then the frames are from Michaels, so I framed them myself, and then hung them up with command strips. Aiden says, I like Soul just right behind Onward. I mean,
we're about to see Brad Pitt present Ye Jung Yin with Best Supporting Actress. That'll be cool.
Really? Okay.
Two legends of the screen.
Todd says it's still the gold standard. However, Spider-Verse was so exciting. Yeah, I mean, Pixar still is the gold standard, I'd say. But Spider-Verse, I know Koki brought it up. Spider-Verse is that animation style was something special, and it kept me locked in for a long time. Okay, I'm still in commercial, but it sounds like we're getting to the next one. What are we?
No, we're still in commercial. We're in commercial too. So don't worry about it.
Nicole says the way Spider-Verse is animated is incredible. Agree.
Would you say Spider-Verse is the best animated movie of the last 10 years?
I'd have to look at a list of animated movies from the last 10 years, but it's probably in the top 5, maybe.
Like, would you take it over like Coco and stuff like that? Or Inside Out, or movies like that?
Hot take, I haven't seen Coco, so I don't know.
Jeez, come on, man.
Inside Out's a beautiful film. I mean, I'm a sucker for superhero movies. Like, I love superhero movies.
As we all do.
So, I loved Into the Spider-Verse, one of my favorite movies of the year it came out, which was 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, the animation really is groundbreaking and innovative. So I'd say from an animation standpoint, probably, but we'll see.
2018 was a great year for blockbusters.
Oh yeah,
and bigger stuff like Mission Impossible and A Quiet Place to go along with that, and Incredibles 2 as well. Like, those are all awesome movies. Those are great films. To go along with Spider-Verse is like those four just hit it out of the park. It's like those 4 blockbusters are as good, if not better, than almost any other blockbuster the last 4 or 5 years. From like a pure quality standpoint, I mean, it's hard to like compare it to like Endgame, for example, or even like Infinity War to these movies. But like, I think the latest Mission Impossible movie was the best Mission Impossible movie, period. It's just an incredible accomplishment all around. I love A Quiet Place. I'm very much looking forward to the sequel that's coming out soon. It's all good stuff.
Yeah. So Todd said for Spider-Verse visually, he'd say yes, probably for the best. He said, however, Inside Out is a tour de force in terms of its script and concept.
I agree.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Joshua G says, highly recommend Batman Beyond Return of the Joker if you like animated comic book films. All right. And Nicole said DC animated shows and movies are better. Okay. I mean, I've heard really good things about DC's animation as of recent.
I haven't checked out some of that DC animated stuff. I've heard the Joker movie that was just mentioned is very good. I've heard that before. So
I've heard like Mask of Phantasm I haven't seen, or like The Killing Joke. I've heard those are both fantastic.
I would invest in Batman Ninja in regards with the animation. That one's just visually stunning for sure. Very different take on Batman as well. And I'm a avid Batman fan.
Right now, it's documentary short.
These poor people who are like from a different country have been forced to stand outside in the dark in the fucking freezing cold. Like, don't come out to accept you. What you might get mugged. You're probably not going to win, but you know.
I mean, it's better than Zoom. Put a real camera on them, you know. I prefer that than the weird Zoom that some of these other shows have had to do, and I don't know.
So we have now best documentary short subject. The only one I've seen on here is A Concerto as a Conversation. I saw it at Sundance. I thought it was really well done. So that's the one I picked, but we'll see. I could be completely wrong. Has anyone else seen any of them? Do we have any takes on the short docs?
None the chance. No.
All right.
Benji probably has though.
Yeah.
But he's busy chowing down on some chowing down on some food. The documentary shorts, have you seen them?
I'll let you finish your bite. You don't worry. Finish your bite. You're good. Okay, so Colette. Okay, so there it is. I haven't seen that one.
Colette, Love Song
Okay.
for Natasha. So
What do you think?
I predicted a love song for Natasha, but oh well.
I don't know how to spell that. Wait, let me wait. TTE. Okay. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my first miss of the night.
Oh, don't worry, I got it wrong too. What did you predict?
I put A Concerto as a Conversation because it's the only one I've seen. And I genuinely believe it was very well done.
Okay.
But I mean, you know, I said in my prediction video, I said I could get this completely wrong, and I did, which is fine. Okay. Nicole said, I'm still partial to Marvel, but DC animated shows are very good. That's what I've heard. I've heard they're really good. Aiden says, yeah, Marvel's amazing, but I agree with what you said. Joshua G says, are you guys hyped for Pattinson's turn as Batman? I think he could be the best Batman ever. I'm very excited.
I think it's good.
Oh, I'm hyped for sure.
Yeah. That trailer is incredible. There's just a grittiness. There's a grittiness to it and a tone that you've been waiting for a long time with that Batman character. You know, it's not the Nolan Sheen or the weird stuff Zack Snyder does, where they're all gods, and I don't understand Zack Snyder. But with this, it's like a crime thriller, and that's what we've been missing from Batman for a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Aiden says the stream went black for him. Let me know, guys, in the chat if we're back. For me, I'm looking at the chat right now. I mean, I have it up on another screen, and it looks fine to me. So maybe refresh Aiden and see if it comes back. Because I'm on that good Texas fiber internet. Just got that installed yesterday, and oh my God.
Where is everyone right now? I'm in Arizona.
Arkansas.
I'm in Bournemouth in the UK.
It's got to be late over there, right?
It's 2:30 in the morning.
Jeez. I don't know how you did this the last time we were on too.
You did movie draft and the podcast back to back, and I was like, bro, go to bed. And then I saw like a few hours later you were tweeting at someone again, and I'm like, I was so tempted to tweet, bro, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
I was awake for a while.
Aiden says Florida, awesome. Todd's in New York, great.
I'm quite young, but as soon as I turned 18, I started working nights, and it kind of got me to that routine. And it took me a while to break out of it, but I'm quite good at kind of adapting to, you know, I can be awake for a while.
Yeah.
Y'all just wait till parenthood.
Oh wait, mate, don't put that in my mind.
Then you're never sleeping. Then I can
Never
imagine.
sleeping. I'm never sleeping.
Every single person I know who's about to like have a kid, they make out to be all lovey-dovey, and then like a few years later, it's always like, oh, wait until you get to parenthood. Or
I'm chilling for a while. I'm just gonna do what I do. I mean, I was always a night owl in college and stuff, but now with my job, I have to be up at 7 a.m. That ain't happening anymore.
Well, that's the thing though, because when you're young, you don't have responsibility, do you? So you can just do it.
Right.
Well, yeah, especially in school. You know, like in school.
Like if you're
I
if
do a
you're
lot
tired
of-
at school and you fall asleep, it's like who gives a shit?
Well,
Not
I'm
like,
sorry,
you know,
what was it?
not that school isn't, but well, it depends. I mean, I know that culture to culture, country to country, schools viewed as a different. Like, because in like America, don't they like you should be like grateful for education and everything. Whilst over here, it's kind of like everybody doesn't really give a shit.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's different for I think that it's different for everybody.
It's best documentary now, right?
Yes,
I
I
think
just put
that's
it
what we
up.
got on the screen next.
Aiden
Mhm.
said, "Jack, how's Dallas? Dallas is great. I just got here a few days ago." He said, Joshua said, "I live with no traffic, 30 minutes from where the Oscars are taking place right now." That's
Wow.
cool.
Wow.
Aiden, the
You
Oscars
should
are
run
in
there and
LA.
boycott. You should like crash them.
Uh,
Please don't do that. I'll be responsible. Jesus. Mike Twist teachers win in documentary feature.
Yeah. This one's pretty much a lock. The show has slowed down a bit. I will say
Yeah, a
that.
little bit.
Time. I've heard Time is amazing. I haven't seen it, but I've
probably won't
only
be.
heard good things. Benji, you've seen it?
Very good.
I think Benji has seen everything.
I've seen an awful lot, especially I cover award season quite heavily, so I've seen a good amount of these.
I do want to see The Mole Agent. I was reading on this the other day, and it did intrigue me.
Some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah. Okay. Collective, I have not heard of, but all these other ones I have.
Todd says Time is amazing. Aiden, actually, I think Aiden brings up a good point. He says, I don't think it's slowing down. I think they're just doing categories we're not interested in as much.
I guess.
I think I'm fairly
I would
interested
agree.
in directing.
I mean, they've done all the shorts, and now they're doing the documentaries, which best documentary, is more interesting. But I think we all know it's My Octopus Teacher. So,
Tell
Jack,
me when
I'll-
it's come up for you.
Jack, I'll say
Jack.
since you're in Dallas now, look into Hot Springs here in Arkansas. We have a documentary film festival that's pretty big.
oh, okay, I'll look into that.
Yeah, it's
Um,
usually around October.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Joshua G says, Jack, you gotta come to LA, check out the filming location for La La Land. Live 15 minutes away from me as apartment. That's whenever I get the opportunity, I want to go. I want to go check some of that stuff out. Professor Anthrax. Okay, I heard Soul's pretty good. It's great, fantastic. Wait, what won? My Octopus Teacher. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Did My Octopus Teacher win? I've seen it. You all can say, did it win? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. It won, right? I missed it too. I was looking down.
I was
on the
looking
screen.
down at the chat. I was looking down at the chat when it happened.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy get up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
not know what documentary
It won.
you are doing.
This makes me very emotional to see the Oscars are so woke where they'll accept a documentary about a man who's sexually stimulated by an octopus.
If that's what that's about, which I didn't know that's what that was about. That's interesting.
No, it's not really. Like this guy has like a very odd connection with the octopus, and you get a sensual vibe when you watch it. I guess you could say.
Interesting. Aiden says, I can't live in LA, but I'd love to go out there. I've been out there a few times. My dad had a
I
job
haven't
out there
too.
for a little bit, so it's a nice area. It's a really nice area. I mean, it's so expensive to live there, so that's never gonna
Did
happen.
you ever get a chance to go to what's the chain that just shut down? I'm blanking right now. This is bad. The theater chain that just
ArcLight? No.
yeah. Have you been to
That
an
was on-
ArcLight?
No, that was on my
Oh,
bucket
it's
list
great.
because I was like, okay, next time I go out there, because I'm gonna plan to go out there eventually. I want to get back to Disneyland for Marvel Land whenever it opens. So
The
I
first
was
time
gonna go there and
the first time I saw Parasite, I saw it at one of the ArcLights, and it was just
Nice.
an incredible experience. Yeah.
That's cool.
that's what I heard. I'm hoping. I don't think they will, but I'm hoping like Hollywood gets behind like some of these theaters because it wasn't just the ArcLight; it was like the Cinema Dome or whatever as well. Like those are all
Yeah,
closing
they're
down.
part of it. Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping like Hollywood's like, let's ban behind these theaters and save them. And I don't know if they will, but I hope they will. Because I'd love to go to the ArcLight. I mean, that was something on my bucket list was to go see a movie at the ArcLight, but COVID, a lot of stuff was lost because of COVID, unfortunately.
Seems you're on about schools and everything. Like, were you all like good at school and everything? You know, just something to say.
Good at school.
Good at school? I mean, I'll say I am.
I was fine, I guess.
I was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get it, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, when you get into college, it's more finish the program and get the degree. Getting good grades is great. It is, but you want to, finish. You want to get the most out of it. Is basically what it is. You want to get the most out of it and learn the most, and then when you get the degree, then you can put on your resume and stuff like that. But go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, no, for me, like high school was solid. College was definitely like a wave type thing. It wasn't for me until like the latter end of college where, for what I do for a living, I learned outside of college. So I'm a software developer, but I specialize in mobile app development, which at the time was not being taught in a university. So I was able to learn that outside. So by the time I got to the final year and I was learning this skill set and I knew like this is what I wanted to do, I was kind of like checked out. Not so much that I slacked off, I still focused and passed. But at that point I was kind of like in my zone. I knew where I was going career wise, and I just stuck with that.
Yeah, I mean it's really different for everyone. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the field you're going into, how much, certain aspects of school matter. Like some aspects, it's the experience, the internships and things like that. For other experience, it's like test scores and grades and things like that. So it really depends. It depends. But usually high school is the one where it's like, and we talked about this off stream when we did it the other day. High school is the one where you want to get the good grades and the good test scores so you can get into those colleges. Like that's really what you're going for.
So were you like well behaved and everything, like weren't mucking around?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You were all well behaved, were you?
I mean, define, but yeah.
Define. I mean, to me it was more about like college for the next job. So, less of the grades. I mean, the grades are fine, but it wasn't like end of the world either way.
I mean, was yours like the one you see in the film where individual desks and everything? Do you get your own locker?
In high school, not in college.
In high school, not in college.
Yeah.
Because we don't get that at all. We don't get that at all in the UK. Like lockers aren't a thing. You carry your bags.
Yeah.
No, high school, it basically becomes like once you have a vehicle, that's your locker.
Yeah.
Like you don't spend too much time in school. You're at your car.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then in college, it's you don't have all your classes back to back to back. Like you have your classes at different times a day. So you'll just take the book you need or whatever you need with you to class. And then after class, you've got a break and you can go back and get whatever else you need. So lockers really aren't a thing in college because most people don't have like back-to-back classes. And if you do, you probably don't have so much stuff that you can't carry in a backpack.
Sometimes they literally like make you have like 5 lessons a day, fucking PE, like do science, and they'd be like, right, go on, all your books, want your revision books, you're gonna bring in your PE being physical education and everything, and then like you like drag it in, and then like it'd be quite funny because like you like see all your friends like turning up, it's like so it's like 300 or something.
That is funny. I mean, high school is ridiculous because you have these like huge textbooks and stuff, and you have some in college, but a lot of stuff's online and on the computer and stuff.
I probably went through college in the ideal time because it was like right when the iPad came out, so I was one of the rare few who just carried an iPad everywhere and was able to utilize that, and so everyone was definitely amazed by that tech at the time.
I can just imagine you just like walking down the hallway with like an iPad. Everyone's like,
oh, they hated me in class because it's like when you go review for a test, I was using Evernote. So, I mean, the professor would ask a question, I'd type it in and raise my hand for everything. And everyone was just like getting annoyed.
This guy.
Such a kiss ass.
Aiden says, I have no clue what I want to do in college. Maybe some form of engineering, computer engineering, software engineering, something like that.
You'll find your way, mate.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. I mean, it's just...
Yeah. In regards with that, you can hit me up anytime. I develop iPhone apps for a living, so hit me up with any questions.
This is a heck of a tangent, by the way.
everyone's Twitter links are in the description. So if you want to hit up Luke, his Twitter links in the description.
If you want life advice from me and how to be a failure or how not to be a failure, then W7 Guy 45.
Yeah. Nicole says, Aiden, I just finished my junior year of college. I still have no clue what I want to do.
Try.
Joshua, do Luke, Koki, and Benji have Letterboxd? I think all three have Letterboxd.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
link those.
I follow Jack on Letterboxd. What about you two?
Yeah.
I'm on there. I believe I follow you, everyone.
Yeah. So I mean, if you
Do you
go into
follow
my
me too?
Letterboxd, if you go into my Letterboxd followers, they're all in there.
Benji, do you have me on Letterboxd?
I'm not sure, mate.
I'll figure out. I'll let you guys.
Jack, you invited Brandon King.
Yes, I did. Well, he reached out. He reached out, and I said absolutely.
I love Brandon.
Okay, so I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back, just real quick.
Sure thing.
Okay, mate.
So Stephen Yun is on the screen right now.
Well, before I go, real quick, we have Brandon King here. He's here.
Oh,
Hi.
there he is.
How's it going?
Hello, mate.
Pleasure to meet you all, except for Koki. We've met before.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the first time I've met you, Brandon. It's nice to meet you, and then
Hey, Brandon.
Benji and Luke here as well. But like I said, I will be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
All right.
Brandon, how's it going, man? How's the show been for you so far?
It's been exciting. I luckily got a nap after work before the show, so I'm luckily able to pay attention to all of it.
How are your picks going?
Honestly, really good. I've only gotten like 2 or 3 wrong, which is really good for me. I'm usually not that good. I got the big one was screenplay. I got that one wrong. I was not expecting I was not expecting the father to take it.
Yeah, I the same way. I picked Nomadland. So yeah. Sorry I had to cancel on you the other day. Like it was a little hectic, and I had to shut down the podcast because I got a job. So it's like now I have to just cut it out. So, but it's fine.
I will.
I'm glad we're here.
About my job later, but no problem.
Yeah. Saves everyone some time, but
I'm here looking like an absolute div on the stream right now. Like my arms stretched, just like on my lap. Oh shit! Wait, what one? Visual effects? I missed it.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's Has everyone seen that they announced the award? Just to be clear.
It was yeah. Okay, I've seen
just,
it.
Just so everyone has seen it. Okay, has everyone seen it? That they have. It's on the screen right now.
All right.
I'm in my room.
Okay. Okay. I've given you a follow, Koki Riley.
On Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see. Yeah, I just got it. So Ben B just followed me, and Joshua just followed me as well. So
I'm sorry, I just let out an audible yes because Tenet just took home best visual effects.
All right, okay, I might as well.
It's late because we're still in the nominees.
Oh, okay. Right? Apologies. So Brandon is a little bit behind. I thought I had the worst lag. So what we'll do, Brandon, is whenever you hear what's won, you let us know, and then we'll discuss.
All right, I am going to keep. I've been really good. I haven't spoiled it yet, but if there is like a major surprise, I won't say it. But my face will be telling you that there's a surprise.
So I just yelled best visual effects because I was so excited. So I'll put the ticker up on the screen.
There he is, the man himself, Brad Pitt.
But Brandon, you let us know when you see it, and then we'll talk about it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone else. I had the worst lag so far, but now you seems like you're a little bit behind. So.
Yeah, I think they just announced it.
Okay, so you're not too far behind. So just let us know. Let us know when you hear it, and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
All right. So I'm back. What did I miss? I miss anything good? So Brandon, I'll ask you because you just joined. So how are your predictions going tonight? What are you thinking of the awards so far? How is it all going?
I was telling Koki, my predictions have been probably the best they've been in a while. I've only gotten maybe 2 or 3 wrong. The big one was adapted screenplay. I had Nomadland locked down. I didn't think the father was going to take it. Although I was rooting for One Night in Miami, I just didn't think it had that big of a shot. And then the other one was documentary shorts, which I just never seem to get right. But yeah, aside from that, like,
all right, here we go.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Sorry. Go ahead, Brandon. We were just about to. Benji's like ahead of everyone, so he's like looking.
No,
at
I saw this. I'm on the same. I'm on the same wavelength with Benji here. So at the same time.
But go ahead, Brandon. As you were saying,
I was basically just going to say, like, I've been surprised at how the whole ceremony has felt. Like, I haven't felt like there's been huge lag. I've kind of enjoyed what Soderbergh has done producing it. I was laughing myself stupid at the beginning, seeing like, oh yeah, he basically turned the intro into, you know, a Soderbergh credit sequence. I thought that was super fun. And yeah, like I'm enjoying it for what it is, and I haven't felt a reason to necessarily dislike it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been. I'm in the same boat as you for the best predictions so far. I think I've only gotten one wrong. I got one wrong and one half wrong. But yeah, so
how does that work?
So well, because the system I do is if I put who I want to wins, then I give half a point. You know, that's just how I do it. But I've gotten one completely wrong, and then, you know, it's weird, but we go with it. So I just saw who won. Brandon, you let us know when you see who won, and then we will discuss.
Let's see.
Just like run from room to room.
Well, no, because like I didn't want to like bother my roommate because we're watching it together, but I didn't want to. Oh shoot! Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're getting in.
Yeah, so there it is.
Well,
I'll put in the ticker.
Yeah, I want to make sure I spell it right. Yeah, but okay, so there we go. How are we feeling about that?
Yeah, it makes my heart warm. You know, I'm gonna listen to the speech after this, after the show, and it's gonna be great. And I'm just gonna feel great about myself. You know, so.
I mean, she was the ensemble of Minari is fantastic. You know, I think the entire ensemble is one of the best parts of the film, and I think she was like a standout for me. I loved her performance, so I'm very happy. How does everyone else feel about that?
Yeah, I'm well happy with this.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's so funny though, because I remember when the Golden Globes happened, this was the category that was so up in the air and so chaotic, and now the other actress category is complete anarchy. So yeah, that's really, really funny.
It went from both actress categories being up in the air to both supporting being clear, and then both leads just being up in the air. Yeah, especially actress.
Oh yeah, again, absolute anarchy.
And Glenn Close lost again.
And Glenn Close, it was pretty much a thing of just like there was that small chunk of people being like Maria Bakalova for the win. Like I was kind of with them in a way, but we all know this is where I was going.
Yeah, I think she picked up steam when she had to. She got hot when she had to.
I mean, I thought Amanda Seyfried was the best performance out of all of these.
At the beginning of award season, the very beginning of award season, she was my favorite. I thought she had it. I was like, she's going to take it, and then everything happened. I mean, it was just crazy. Todd says, well deserved. She's incredibly delightful. I agree. I mean, like I said, she's delightful whenever she's on screen. Mm-hmm. So great win. That's one from Minari.
I reckon Glenn Close is getting so pissed off of being 8 times nominated and keeps getting beaten by first times.
I mean, she'll get it.
Are we sure? Are we sure?
I would be shocked if she didn't.
I mean, if it was going to happen, it was going to be 2 years ago, though, right?
It seems like it was. The wife?
Yeah, it was. If it was going to happen, it was going to be for the wife, and that's stunning that she didn't win for the wife. Even though the wife isn't good, and and she didn't have the best performance that year. Olivia Colman was probably better, but still, it was stunning at the time, and still stunning now.
Yeah.
The problem is the wife wasn't necessarily promoted great. Like, yeah, I remember it. I remember nobody was talking about it until Oscars came around.
Has everyone seen The Wife here? Have y'all seen The Wife?
No.
Okay, so Brandon's seen The Wife. Well, this is the problem. Like no one cares about the wife.
But I mean, like, did anyone care about Judy last year? And Renee Zellweger still took it.
No.
I saw
Cared about
Judy.
Judy.
Okay. Well,
Judy isn't great, but
No,
It's not, but she's great in it.
yeah, she's very good in it. But that wasn't my favorite. I thought not Greta Gerwig. I thought Saoirse Ronan was better in Little Women, for example. I would take that performance every time.
I don't disagree.
You know, yeah, like that movie's incredible, and it didn't win. Almost won nothing. It almost got shut out entirely.
This is the problem with the Oscars, though. Like we all love it and we all enjoy predicting and the competition of it, but it's all subjective, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
yep. So how many awards we got? Still 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just have 9 more awards on the night.
Wow.
Ooh.
I did want to quickly ask if you guys were okay with it, just because I haven't talked to anyone outside of my roommate about this. Animated feature went to Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are we cool with that?
Yes.
Yeah. The room is cool.
I think that's a unanimous yes. We are all cool with that.
We had some onward chatter, but I mean, Soul. I think Soul should have been a Best Picture nomination. Personally, I thought it was definitely that good.
I'm with you, but I know there was like a very distinct selection.
Oh, Brandon, you.
I haven't seen it, but I'm rooting for them.
Sorry, you cut out for a sec. What did you say? What did you say right there for a sec?
I was saying how Wolfwalkers, I haven't seen it, but I think it flatly deserved to get Cartoon Saloon some nomination.
I mean, we did touch on Wolfwalkers a little bit as well. I mean, there was that movement to try to get Wolfwalkers to win. Again, I personally haven't seen it as well, but from what I heard, it's an incredible movie, and I think we touched on that a little bit when the award was announced. But I mean, it was one of those categories that was pretty much, I think, undisputed that Soul was going to take it. And I think rightfully so. I think rightfully
Production design next.
Production design next. All right, I'm still on commercial, but
It's definitely Mank though. Let's be realistic. I think this is technically the commercial, but because it's different in the UK and how they're broadcasting it, instead of going to like ads, it's just like it cuts back to these like British like people who are like sat around being like, "Oh, I think this is going to win," even though the predictions are like ridiculous. Like one of them predicted Judas and Black Messiah for original screenplay. It's like, all right then.
Todd says Close will get it for a subpar performance, most likely a lifetime achievement akin to Pacino winning for Scent of a Woman.
Ooh.
Yeah, when Close eventually wins on her next nomination, if she does, she will be the person who's won with the most nominations beforehand.
She needs to pick a better movie.
well, they're making Sunset Boulevard into a film, and that will probably win her an Oscar.
That's a good point. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, that might be it then. Yeah, it's a movie about Hollywood. It's a remake.
If she doesn't win an Oscar for that, then I honestly think
that's a very, very performative performance too. It has. Who here has seen Sunset Boulevard? Yeah, exactly. So Brandon's seen Sunset Boulevard. That movie is very. That role that I assumed she'd be playing in is very, very showy, I guess. And
it would be. It would be not only a movie about Hollywood, but with an established Oscar darling in a classic, Hollywood role that she's already, to some people, perfected on Broadway. Like, it's a win-win-win-win.
Yeah.
And at the back of her mind, she'll be like chanting, "Oscar, Oscar, Oscar."
That's been her goal for the last few years, just like getting this Oscar, right?
She's probably getting really fed up. Like, she's trying to be all humble and everything, but she's probably going to go home and give her husband a right hard time.
Can you imagine just the Oscar cam panning over and just Oscar?
Yeah.
I mean, she was not happy when she lost for the wife.
You
could tell.
You remember that? Yeah, they just panned over to her.
She was really trying to cover it up, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Her face. Are we doing production design right now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so going to be Mank. If anything else wins, it will be shocking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think this is one of this might be the only, unless cinematography.
Has anyone else seen News of the World? I haven't checked it out yet.
No.
Not yet.
Yao
Okay.
Young-jung wins. Great. Yes. Todd says me, I think, to the chanting for Glenn Close to win an Oscar.
Yeah,
I hate
they
being
just showed
half
the
deaf. I
result.
can barely hear.
I mean, I want Tenet, but that's just because I love Tenet.
I'm rooting for Ma Rainey.
Really? Ma Rainey does have a good production design.
Yeah.
Because again, so much of that is based in August Wilson's very particular sense of like what should be a play setup. But I'm with you. I think Meg's going to tank it.
Yeah. Real quick before we get the announcement, he says, which is interesting, however, the theory of Hollywood loving movies about themselves seems to have backfired with Mank this year.
That's true.
It's true.
Is it
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
Shame.
Good.
like, I think it's just more because Mank's inaccessible in general. If Mank was more kind of like accessible, I think he'd be doing much better.
I mean, Netflix is the biggest streamer in the world, and everyone has
Netflix is about to have
Like,
another year where they probably won't win Best Picture when like they have dominated the nominees.
it's very strange that I think the Academy just has a vendetta against Netflix.
It's
To
an
some
interesting
degree.
conversation to have.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like Nomadland's a Hulu movie.
All right, so
You know?
Brandon has seen it, so there it is. Mank takes it.
Meg took
All
it.
right.
I mean, we predicted. You know, I mean that's the one award for Mank that I think was pretty much solidified for tonight. I think.
I would have. Like maybe if
Yeah.
it had been up for screenplay, I'd be arguing that, but it's not. And I think every other technical category was either Ma Rainey, Nomadland, or maybe The Father.
It's
I
sad
think-
that it isn't up for screenplay though. It wasn't up for screenplay, I should say, because it's a beautiful screenplay.
It really
and-
is. It is such a shitty thing they haven't got. It wasn't up for screenplay.
Yeah. Yeah, because when that happened, I'm like, that's when you know it's not going to win anything significant if it just missed out on screenplay entirely. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only one it has a shot of now is cinematography. I think that's probably it.
It has a shot. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I predicted Mank for cinematography. I put that one in last second, but
Oh,
We'll
wow,
see.
cinematography. Is it going to be Mank or Nomadland?
well, I'm still at
I
the
picked
speech,
Nomadland.
so I am way behind.
I picked Nomadland. So
Nomadland. I want Nomadland to win. I just feel like they're gonna give it to Mank. But like,
Yeah,
I don't
Mank
know.
has the.
Yeah.
Mank has the.
And didn't it win like the cinematography
Yes,
the guild or
it
whatever?
did.
It won. Yeah, it won the cinematographer guild or whatever.
But they do love their black and white and all that, so maybe it's really a 50-50 for me. And the Oscars too.
All right, here we go.
well, I already know. I'm not going to say it, but I already know. Wow.
Oh no!
Wait, what happened?
No, don't
Just
wait.
wait. Just wait.
Just wait.
All right.
Oh my god!
Now I'm worried.
Spicy.
All
I'm
right.
worried too. I'm worried. A reaction like
No,
that.
I'm worried,
I'm
but
a little
that
worried
was
too.
that was a spicy. That was,
That was
spicy.
a spicy reaction from Benji. Okay, we'll see.
That was a spicy pick in
Oh,
general.
my
Interesting
God.
stuff.
Yeah, I saw it.
Film Tuyo Mio.
Okay, I'm about to see here.
In Nomadland, Joshua James Richards was inspired by allowing people to exist structurally within a raw
Oh, okay.
Film Twitter ain't gonna like that.
Well, we'll wait. We'll wait till Brandon sees it.
Oh wait. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna have to say it. But, oh, I need to get the sound system right now. Oh my god, I need to get the sound system. Jesus, can you all hurry up and hear it?
Hold on.
I already know.
Oh, okay. They did give it to me.
May.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys! I don't see how Nomadland can win Best Picture either because it's probably only going to win Best Director, and that's never
Really?
happened before either. Oh, what the fuck's
I
going to
don't
happen?
know if-
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh my god, I don't know what's
I'm
going on.
not quite
now.
sure cinematography is a precursor for Best Picture.
No, it's not. It's not by any means. But now, Nomadland's only going to have director, and like just having director, and not only like that, but not only any other like bigger wins. Like not even like in like the slightly big ones, like original. I don't understand how Nomadland has a good incentive to win either. Like, could it? Right, I can't. the thing is, the thing I've always been saying, the thing I say every year is that everyone's like, oh, you need screenplay or director to win Best Picture, which has shown to be true. But it's not like that's like the Academy rules. It's all done by preferential ballot. Could this be the year where this doesn't happen and Trial wins? I'm just saying.
I don't know, but real quick, we got another one that we're adding to the stream. We got the man Certain Vids. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
What's going on?
How's it
Hello
going?
there.
How's
How
it
are you guys
going?
doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So I've asked everyone that's come in so far, what are you thinking so far tonight? The reactions, first reactions to what's been going on.
It's been, I think a lot of it was is going as expected, from what I'm gathering. So it's been, I'm hoping for like some big surprise later on, because so far it's been pretty what I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're saying so far. Joshua G says cinematography definitely is not a prereq for picture. 1917 won cinematography last year. True.
Yep.
But Parasite won director. Did it win screenplay as well? Did Parasite win screenplay? Parasite won screenplay. So Parasite had more of a resume going into Best Picture, where now it looks like it's just going to have director, which is still significant, but we'll see. We shall see.
It could win editing.
No.
Really? You don't think it's taking editing?
No way.
I
I
think
haven't won any of the precursors, and it's not much of an editing film, which is the Oscars. I'd be happy with it more editing, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Editing is a precursor award, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think editing's either Trial or Sound of Music or The Father.
Sound of
One
Music.
of those three.
Sick. Can't wait to see Sound of Music win an
It's
Oscar.
not going to. I would love for The Father to get. I would love for The Father.
Yeah,
to
The
get
Father
it.
for sure.
The Father would be my pick. Oh my god, I can't believe that's an cinematography win. Jesus Christ.
But there is a point to be made that the lack of Nomadland wins so far is interesting.
Is
You know,
concerning.
the fact that it only has
Absolutely.
one Oscar and we're past the halfway point is.
I just don't see how it
Kinda
can
notable.
win Best Picture with just the Best Director win, because I don't think it's going to win Actress at this point. I wasn't predicting anyway. I don't think it's going to win Editing.
It could win
Yeah,
Best
no,
Actress.
It could. Yeah, if it wins Best Actress, then I'll be like,
Not
oh,
impossible. It's really not. I do think
it's
that
not.
there's
It's
a real
definitely
chance there.
But albeit I know it's a small sample size, all of the anonymous ballots, nearly Frances McDormand was near the bottom. Like an awful lot of love was going, kind of split between Viola Davis, Carey Mulligan, and Andra Day.
Todd says he believes Sound of Metal won the Guild Award for editing.
It did. Well, no, it didn't. It won the Trial Chicago 7 won the Guild.
Oh, it did. Okay. I think Trial is my prediction.
Yeah, my Trial's my prediction.
Trial not getting screenplays isn't great for its editing chances.
That is true. I'd be
And
happy
it's
if
not
Sound
great
of
for its Best Picture chances either, because it would be weird if it was like, oh, we won editing and now we won Best Picture. Like,
Oh my god, I'm
because
expecting some.
because if it had the screenplay award to go along with the editing award, and now we're building up a good case for the Trial of Chicago 7, which is a fine movie, a good movie, a perfectly average Oscars movie to win the whole shebang.
If Trial wins Best Picture, you are never going to hear the end of it.
Especially at this point, because there's only that screenplay.
Yeah. So then the question that comes out of this then is, if Nomadland might not win, then what? Is it
Well, that's the
Trial?
thing, though. Maybe
What is it?
I've been
Promising Young Woman?
saying for a while, Minari is an outside shot.
But it doesn't have a screenplay or director, but that's the thing.
It doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, it had the nominations, but hasn't won anything. That's why I'm
Not
still kind of
Judas.
leaning Nomad. That's why I'm still kind of leaning Nomad, because it's got
Yeah.
director. I mean, it's got director. I mean, that's the thing is everything's split so far. You know, The Father's got a screenplay.
You know what?
Promising's got a screenplay.
Okay, here's what we're
Nomadland's got
forgetting. Promising Young Woman. It won
That's what I'm
screenplay.
saying. Like maybe
Yeah,
if it wins
I mean,
actress, that might be some steam.
and if it won actress too, and there's a case to be made for Promising Young Woman here.
I'd love Promising Young Woman to win.
Certain, what would you take for Best Picture if you had a vote? We asked that at the beginning of the stream with everyone.
Best Picture. I really want The Father. Are we going like what I want or what I think is going to win?
Both. What do you think?
Well, I want The Father. I think it might be Nomadland, but I don't know. I'm very confused right now. I want The Father though. If anything, if one thing would make me happy, it would be The Father winning because that was my favorite of last year. So that's kind of what I want.
Yeah.
The Father one, that'd be mayhem, bearing in mind how low it is in the polls.
Yeah.
That's
but it
true.
won screenplay though. But it won screenplay. So
And yes, and that made me happy. That made me very happy.
anything could happen. And then Brandon, I'll ask you as well because I didn't ask you either. If you had a pick, what would you take for Best Picture?
I've seen all of them because I haven't seen The Father yet. That's the only one I haven't seen. I want either Nomadland or Sound of Metal, but I know that Sound of Metal doesn't have a chance, so I will take Nomadland head over shoulders.
Oh my god, Granddad's on stage.
One real quick, Promising Young Woman for Best Picture, especially once Carrie wins Best Actress. You know, now that we're talking about it, if Carrie takes it home,
Carrie can take it home.
Promising Young Woman might be the favorite if that's the case.
It's going to be hard to argue against it.
The thing with screenplay, it's kind of tricky because sometimes they give out screenplay just as like a good job. We like your movie, but we don't think it's Best Picture worthy.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah,
kind of like Jojo Rabbit. I think the key, like a textbook example of this is Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the whole Get Out. Like Get Out won screenplay just because the Oscars was like, oh, we like your movie, but we don't think it's Best Picture worthy. You know, that's what that was. But you know, so screenplay is a little tricky, but also it can be a good precursor too, because I mean, Green Book won screenplay and then it won Best Picture. I mean, last year at Parasite, and the streak it went on as the night progressed. If you remember that, it's it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the night's going to shake out.
And Green Book is actually really interesting because it won screenplay and then Mahershala Ali took home Best Supporting Actor and then it took it. I mean, so
and they didn't have a director nomination. I mean, Peter Farrelly was not nominated for Best Director, so that's why it was kind of an underdog heading into the night.
There's Harrison Ford on screen.
Promising Young Woman, I just can't see Trial winning. It would be insane if Trial won because it will be the first time in like before my life, before I was born, that a film won Best Picture without director or screenplay.
If Trial won, would that? Because I don't remember, would that be Netflix's first Best Picture win?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
It would be
weird.
It'll be even more of a bigger upset than like Brokeback Mountain, than Crash winning over Brokeback Mountain. At least Crash had a Best Writing award,
right?
Best Screenplay. Oh my
They're doing editing right now.
Oh, there it is.
It'll be interesting to see who wins editing.
I think it's going to be Charles Chicago Silver. If it's anything else, I hope I don't scream.
This is actually a very, very important award because if something weird happens here, then
who would have thought?
We'll see. Like if Promising Young Woman wins Best Editing, I'm not saying it will. Then we're talking about game on, you know. But we'll see.
Yeah. Who would have thought Best Editing might be one of the most important categories of the night?
Right.
I mean, it is though.
Usually,
especially what's happened with cinematography, and with they just announced the award.
When is it going to be? Oh wait, no, don't show me.
I'm still waiting.
I missed it.
He hasn't even started the nominees yet for me.
Oh wow!
Sound him out! Oh, sorry, spoiled it. Whoops, sorry.
Wait, really?
Sorry,
I actually missed it because I was looking down here. So
That's okay. We're good. Okay, so if that's the case, then
I didn't know that Charles Strong. Then maybe either that Variety article could be right and Sound of Metal could win Best Picture if Never wins, or maybe Promising Young Woman. Sorry, guys, that just came out. It's just shock. I didn't want to spoil it.
No. Oh man, really?
That's
Aiden says, Benji, what are you doing?
Sorry, Aiden.
I was not expecting that one.
I got that category wrong. That's the second one I've gotten completely wrong tonight. So that's yeah.
Wow.
Josh G says, does anyone know what makes a film best edited? the
There's a lot
way
to it, I guess.
the way the story's composed. I mean, I don't know the way it's edited
I
together.
feel like
the way the
Brandon's a
movie-
good person to answer this question.
Yeah.
But he's muted
Wait,
right now.
sorry?
Brandon, what makes a film great for best editing? I feel
Like,
like I
what
can
makes
try
a
to
film best
explain
edited?
this. Yeah. What does anyone know what makes a film best edited? Yeah.
It depends on who you're asking.
Yeah.
I think the general consensus is that it is a film that the edits that are placed, one, serve to drive the pacing of the series, and two, are so completely invisible to anyone who is not like a pure-blooded editor that it just, again, it makes the film feel better paced and it makes it go along better, and you feel like you're never taken out of the film and the shots that are involved in it.
That, and it also, you can also use that as a storytelling device, sort of like what the Trial of Chicago 7 uses, and it goes, back and forth to between the actual events and what they're talking about in the courtroom, right? Like that's a good use of editing because it speeds up the pace and kind of adds a different element to, other than you're just watching a character, talk about off-screen events in the film. Instead, you actually get to see the events, and so editing is very, very important when it comes to making a movie, and it's why this award is so important, right? Because it is a very important technical achievement.
Like I had The Father pegged for that because all I've heard about The Father is how great the editing is.
Well,
Yeah.
That was my.
Here's an interesting one for you guys. Trial of Chicago 7 is the only Best Picture nominee so far not to win an award and only has one left. Oh,
Interesting.
That's crazy though. That people thought
It's not
Trial would
winning.
win, and it could now be like the only one that doesn't win.
I'd say there's a 0% chance Trial wins at this point. Like it had to win one of those awards.
I'll give it a 1% chance.
1% chance. Like I don't see it.
So does that strengthen Nomadland's chances, or does that strengthen an outside competitor's chances? What do we think
Maybe
about
Promising Young Woman stronger than we thought.
Promising Young Woman's looking really attractive now. If Carey Mulligan takes home Best Actress,
Like screenplay, actress, picture. That seems like a nice bundle.
What about the award that just won, Sound of Metal?
Huh?
What do we think about its Best Picture? I mean, it is nominated for Best Picture. I mean, we've barely even mentioned it as a Best Picture nomination. We've talked about it more as like a movie with great sound.
I would love nothing more than for Sound of Metal to win Best Picture. I just don't think it is.
That would be.
I'm in the same boat.
Wait, is Tyler Perry just about to get an honorary Oscar? Or you're joking?
I will say it is two technical categories of good enough resume to take home Best Picture.
It would be interesting to know, because we're talking about like bundles of awards, and it would be interesting to see Sound of Metal take it as like picture plus a lot of the technical stuff between editing and sound. That would be an interesting change of pace.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been kind of weird. I mean, we talked about how the beginning of the show was very chalk, but the last couple of awards have been kind of frisky.
A little surprising,
Yeah. I mean, no one saw Sound of Metal winning editing, right? Like, no one saw that.
I didn't see it.
No, I got that one completely wrong.
That was, so it's the Oscars are getting frisky right now.
No way Tyler Perry's just about to get an Oscar.
Yeah, he's the honorary award.
I mean,
Tyler Perry, great performance in Gone Girl.
He does have it is a great performance. No way, Tyler. I mean, like, look, that's cool with me. Like, I get an honorary Oscar, but wow, I was not expecting Tyler Perry of all people to go home. I mean, it's honorary, but he's going to go in the statue now. That's insane.
But like, to be fair with Tyler Perry, like honorary Oscars, the credentials are so all over the place. Like, there's no distinct credential for what qualifies for an honorary Oscar. And when you look at someone like Tyler Perry, who has done what he has done for the industry, I totally get it.
Well, yeah. To be fair, though, that's the thing. He's made some shit films, but he has done a lot.
Yeah.
Joshua G says, I wonder what Best Picture winner of recent memory had the smallest bundle of awards.
Ooh.
It was Spotlight. I know this. It was only one screenplay.
Okay. So one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And that's basically in terms of like we've had like Freeze, like Green Book, Moonlight, 12 Years a Slave, Birdman. Oh no, I think Birdman won 4 actually. Never mind.
Yeah, but that's an interesting question.
I I can't believe Tyler Perry's about to fucking make a speech. This is a surreal moment. From Oprah to Jane Fonda to Tyler Perry.
Well, that's what it does.
I mean, it's
Birdman.
cool.
Yes, I love Birdman. Birdman's a great movie.
I bet he can't believe it either, can he? I dressed up as a lady for a bit and get an Oscar.
I think, Benji, I think you're the most surprised of anyone in the world right now.
I am. I think I'm more surprised than Tyler Perry. I had no idea, but I somehow missed this. I had no idea that he'd got an honorary Oscar, which is kind of mental that I missed that. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, we don't really care about them, though, do we? Good for him, though. Like, you know, like I appreciate these a lot. But to be fair, though, I think Koki would agree with me. I think that a nomination for him and Gonga would have been sick. He really is great in Gone Girl, honest to God.
He's a giant surprise in Gone Girl is the big thing. Like, no one was expecting that from him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He kind of brings that jokey energy and kind of this slightly lighter spirit to this very kind of like dark, this very dark and cynical and like nasty movie.
Genuinely,
I don't know, but he kind of brings his own like comical edge to it, you know. But he's not like light and fuzzy in a different movie. He's just kind of bringing his own little take to it, while also kind of being like this really cynical lawyer at the same time.
David Fincher has a really good eye for casting.
I know, he's incredible. It is incredible. I mean, all of his movies are almost perfectly cast, and he'll put people in roles that you don't think would necessarily work for them, and then it just works like that. So
he has an amazing just eye and like brain for like just incredible actors. Really, like
exactly.
Not only that though, but some people said that they weren't a fan of him, but I thought Neil Patrick Harris was good in Gone Girl as well.
That was the one part of Gone Girl that's a little off for me. Actually, the Neil Patrick Harris thing. It's a little distracting, and he's not great in the movie, and I don't know.
The thing is, I'm surprised that he's not like all that great because, like, you know, it's David Fincher. He's like great. He's like amazing at directing actors.
Yeah. And they pick, you know, all 90 takes and for a scene and the whole thing. So I don't know.
Poor Neil. I mean, like, I didn't mind it, to be fair. Like, I mean, maybe like you could say I would expect more from a Fincher film. Maybe that sounds a bit snooty though. Like, he was all right. Like, I wasn't too bothered by him.
I mean, Meg's perfectly cast too. Like the Amanda Seyfried casting is perfect. Gary Oldman's amazing in that movie, and no one's talking about it at all because they don't like the movie that much. But yeah, it's me on my Meg thing.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had to choose, I may have swapped out Gary Oldman for Delroy Lindo, but I didn't change the fact I do really like Gary Oldman in Meg.
I mean, I've been on the Amanda Seyfried train since the beginning of award season. You know, like I really
agree.
I really enjoyed her character. I really enjoyed her character in Meg.
Some people say she's not doing anything, but I think that's like the whole point. She just gets lost in this character. She doesn't need to do much.
She portrays that character in Citizen Kane, right? Because it's basically the Citizen Kane character, but kind of brought to life, right? Because that's a very movie version of that sort of character, and the Amanda Seyfried character is the real life version of that character, the inspiration for the character we end up seeing in Citizen Kane, right? And it just brings a lightness to it and kind of a familiarity while also being this really over the top character, and it's just great. I love Amanda Seyfried in that movie. I didn't think she had that in her. You know, it's another one of those examples of an actor you just don't suspect to be just that good.
I'm waiting on Best Actress now because I need to see if Frances McDormand wins.
That category is going to be the one now.
Oh God, I'm feeling really weird. Original song. This is one of the most ambiguous awards.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Best Actress now because like that's going to be the one that I think may, unless it's like a complete out of left field one that's not nominated for Best Picture, that may be the one that kind of decides what might be taking it home.
Really don't want OC to win, but it's looking like it might.
Because now that Sound of Metal took editing, who knows?
It's completely nuts now. Sound of Metal winning editing made it even harder.
Yeah.
Imagine if Troll actually wins Best Picture with nothing. That would be insane.
I love how now we're entertaining the thought of Trial winning Best Picture. Like now it's become like, haha, wait, but actually,
well, we're entertaining every film now.
Because Nomadland winning Best Picture with just director seems weird.
It's not that weird just because of how prime an award director is. Like if it was just picture and like song, that'd be one thing. But
yeah. But it's just, I mean, fair enough. Like, I think screenplay and pictures are better than, because usually screenplay shows more love for a film than director. The Oscars are more likely just to honor a film for directing if they can appreciate it's good. Also, screenplay award is almost how much they like the film, which is why Green Book won Best Original Screenplay a few years ago.
Right.
Yeah, it is interesting. So, I mean, based on history, then that means it's going to be Trial or not Trial. Trial's not going to win. It would have won an award already.
I mean, like the Oscars.
It's funny when Benji like gave the look at it before he said Sound of Metal. I thought like, wait, did Fedid win for Trial? Like, did they give cinematography to Trial?
It wasn't that. It's just that like
Trial cinematography too. It's just that's not that great.
I just knew that film Twitter was about to like lose their minds, like about to spontaneously combust as soon as they saw that.
Well, my timeline's already lost their mind because Wolfwalker's lost, but yes.
I mean, Mank wasn't surprising for me. I mean, that's the one that I picked, but I can definitely see what you're saying though.
It was weird. Like you can genuinely go and look. I think it's on my YouTube or on my Twitter, one of the two. On my I actually did predict Mank because I knew that they may not be able to help themselves to black and white, but it was just like kind of like it was the fact that now that it was because Nomadland had lost screenplay. I knew that I added even more uncertainty for what's going to win Best Picture, and then I knew that people were going to go mental over it. Not only that though, but I don't know. I think Mank actually does have underrated cinematography. I think people wanted Nomadland so much that they let it. That they kind of unfair.
I mean, I love Mank as much as anybody, but I think Nomadland was the best shot movie of this Oscar season, and
I agree.
I don't think it's particularly close, honestly. I think original score is up right now.
No,
Zendaya is announcing the awards.
No, it's score. No, you're right.
Yeah, so Mank has 2 awards. Will Mank win a third here? They could win a third here. I don't know.
No.
Western and Ross are winning. They're not winning for Mank.
No.
This
is Soul, right?
It's Soul, 100%.
Yeah, this is probably Soul on a Walk.
And getting John Batista's first Oscar, hopefully.
Yeah, they just announced it, and
look. I mean, this one's pretty clear though, so it's.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just gonna put it up right now.
I can just spoil it right now. It's Soul 1. I mean, John Batiste.
I'm on commercial, so
he's putting. He's giving out big hugs, and it's a big win for Soul.
Yeah.
I love how they're just completely breaking social distancing during this whole thing.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I'm pretty sure they all get tested though. I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
They probably.
It is nice just to see all this, though, isn't it? Just see people interacting like normal times.
Yeah.
Yeah, a mostly in-person show. That's good.
David Fincher sits really camp. Like he sits like this, with, like one leg crossed.
What are you gonna say, Brandon?
I was just gonna say, like, they're getting the nominees now, and it's just so nice to hear Defy Blood's nominated for something.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I mean, it's what we all
haven't talked about that movie yet. The Five Bloods.
Heavily snubbed.
Well, Delroy Lindo was just snubbed, like capital S snubbed. It's just horrible,
Who would you swap him out for? Because I know you're a fan of Gary Oldman's performance.
Probably Riz Ahmed.
Ooh, hot take there.
I think he's good in that movie, but I at the same time, like, I don't think he's one of the 5 best things about the movie, though. When I watch Sound of Metal, when I took away from Sound of Metal was all the technical stuff it was doing and the Paul Raci performance, not as much of Riz Ahmed, even though the movie is going through him, but or maybe Steven Yeun, because Yeun isn't as involved in Minari as it's advertised he is. You know, I just feel like he's amazing in the film, but he's barely even the best leading actor in the movie. You know, it's the kid. He's almost more of the star of it than Yeun is. You know, so I don't know. It's one of those two. It would have been one of those two for me.
To get nominated.
So probably, I mean, if I were guessing, best original song next.
Yes, I believe it is. Yeah, because they were talking about it on this thing before the awards, which is why I thought it was song. So it's definitely going to be song next. But I will be predicting then. This is probably the most ambiguous award of the night, in terms of like before all the awards came out. So what are we predicting?
Speak Now.
I've got Speak Now as well.
Yeah.
I think OC could win because Diane Warren's overdue, and like this year more than ever, they've really got that across. Like last year, that nobody really cared, no one was really paying attention. But like this year, like everyone's like, yeah. And to be fair, even though I don't like Diane Warren as a person or as a songwriter, I've heard Speak Now, and if you listen to the Italian version, it's actually quite a good song.
We come from the lineage of the film. The collaboration of the film are the best that you could have ever asked for. Most generous.
Wow, it's nice of them to let John Batiste do the talking.
Yeah, he's giving a really good speech.
I mean, to be fair, some people don't like giving the speeches they do, though. Like, shy or whatever.
I'm just so glad that they performed the original songs beforehand.
Yeah,
because I'm just thinking about how much longer. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how much longer this ceremony would have been, because after we do best original song, which I'm assuming they're going to do right after.
They're doing it now. Yeah, I'm watching.
Then there's only 3 left, and it's the big 3. It's best actor, best actress, best picture. So we're doing really well.
Speak now.
Did anyone see that the recent live action Pinocchio film?
No, mate.
No.
I didn't know it existed until I got the nominations. No one did.
Seems like a lot. I knew it existed. I saw a trailer for it, and this is one of those films where, like, I think like one theater here in Arkansas got it, and just missed the opportunity to go see it. But I did want to see it. I do want to see it.
Hear My Voice is by far and away the worst. It's such a lame song.
Yeah, there's just something about Leslie Odom Jr. He's just too good.
Good looking chap, so.
I'm just tripping out that the story of Fire Saga is up for original song.
I told my mum that it was nominated for an Oscar, and she was like in shock.
I will say, though, all 5 of the performances beforehand were pretty good. I mean, you know, they were pretty good.
Fight for You is quite a good song, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait, don't spoil it. I haven't gotten
don't
to do
spoil
yet.
it, but that was a spicy reaction.
Is it Fire Saga?
Is it fire? if that.
It's not even that. It's
Did I hear
worse.
what I think I heard?
Wait.
Oh
just-
wow.
I haven't seen it yet.
No one expected that, sweetheart.
All right. Okay.
Have you heard it?
No, I'm right here. Wow.
Yeah.
Everyone was going.
Has
Wait,
everyone heard it yet?
Ah.
Has everyone heard it yet? No,
Oh.
Brandon has heard it yet.
No.
Okay, stand by.
Basic. Oh, all right. I need to just.
Just give it a few seconds. Give it a few seconds.
One. Yes.
Well, okay, there we go.
Right, that is my favorite song of the nominees.
Wow.
But everyone was going. Speak now, OC, who's fake? Speak
Yeah.
now, OC, who's fake? And then fuck happens.
Because everyone was like, "Oh, everyone loves Leslie Odom Jr. They're totally gonna give it to him." I'm like, "No."
Oh
her
my
song
god,
is great."
Diane Warren had such a shitty look on her face. It was so funny.
I didn't see.
You had to look back.
Wow.
That is that has got to be the shocker of the night.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, we keep talking. We're like, there's always that big upset. There's always that big shocker. And we're talking about the bigger awards, and it's like, nah, it's best original song this year.
How did that happen? No, like no one saw that. Like, wow, they just clearly like
No,
it.
I mean that is shocking. I mean, that's very shocking. But yeah.
Oh my god! I actually
Joshua
think
G,
that.
why is Benji shocked? Because no one expected that song to win.
Literally, in my write-up for Best Original Song, I didn't even, like, on Music City, I didn't even talk about the song once. I know, like a right twat. Right, well, that's the shock of the night, ladies and gents.
All right. Everything else should be pretty clear cut from here on out then.
I don't know, mate. We still got actress and picture left.
Yep.
And actor, so it's not clear cut at all.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. There you go.
Oh my god!
Todd said someone just made some cash in Vegas. I mean, if they, yeah, I mean, the odds on that one were probably crazy.
When they were, like, saying the names of the winners, I was like, wait, which one of those? And then it came up with, like, the golden ring around Fight for You. And I literally was like...
Well, I mean, you jumped. Like, you jumped.
I saw you jump and I thought, like, "Oh, Fire Saga got it." Shit.
I really just wanted to say it then and then because I couldn't believe there and then and there. I thought like Firestark had a better chance in that song.
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
It's a good song, but yeah.
I just wasn't expecting it at all. Well, you know, I'm feeling better about my Answer Day prediction. Matt Neglia just put you. I'm assuming you guys are all familiar with him. Over at yeah, he just tweeted out. There's a good chance that like now any of like the nominees could like win like Best Picture, because like Jesus Christ, that is insane. I know I should probably get over it now, but
Who do you think is going to win this? Who's taking the big prize home?
well, I don't know. Like, I would like to say still Nomadland, and I probably am just going to stick with it at this point because I don't know any better. But it really could be anything at this point because, like, I just think it would be weird Nomadland just winning director then picture.
Sound of Metal.
And like, oh,
Really?
Wow, you're going out on a bold one.
Wow, Sound of Metal.
I want
Sound of Metal won Best Picture. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Oh
But
my
I would
god,
be- I would be
that
very
literally-
happy.
I think film Twitter probably liked that more than when Parasite won.
Parasite's a perfect movie, so I mean, no, we don't have a Parasite this year.
No,
So,
we don't.
No, we don't. We don't even have a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which was my favorite movie actually of that year. It was between those two. It was like 1A and 1B, you know, one of those situations.
I would just have to really mentally prepare myself if by any chance Minari won and what that could do for Arkansas. And this is a deep conversation we go into later time because there's a lot of issues within the film environment here, mostly on the political side of things, because we're trying to do so much here in the state.
Oh my god! Like
so different, but that would be incredible. I'd be so happy.
That one is literally going to go down as like one of like the bigger like shockers in like the below the line categories for sure. Like, you know, along with like Fantastic Beasts winning costumes, Ex Machina winning best visual effects.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that is fucking weird.
Sorry, real quick. I have to dip out for. Get back in, or is this like a one-time entry thing?
No, you come back in, we'll get you in.
Okay, dope. I will be back in just a few minutes.
Of course.
Okay, mate. Not that I know why I'm saying okay, mate. It's not my thing, but oh well. All right, mate.
You're all good. What are we doing right now?
I don't know. They're wasting fucking time, is what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're wasting
build
time.
up the suspense.
They're like, so we've
Glenn
been
Close
going...
is dancing. Not really. She's vibing right now. And she has a mic. I'm not 100% sure why. It's one of the drawbacks of doing.
She's like, look, mate.
I can't actually know what's happening.
She's like, look, mate. I just lost an Oscar for the 8th time. Will you please leave me alone?
She seems like she's into it, though. She seems like she's very into it.
It's probably like a Sixth Sense at this point to lose an Oscar.
I mean, the people behind the producers behind the scenes are like, hey, so we've been going pretty quickly. This has been great. How do we slow this down to a snail's pace?
Yeah, how do we just make people one step closer from heart attack as the best actress?
I just got to Glenn Close's part. I'm like, she's not having it. She just lost another Oscar. She's not having it.
We have Lil Rel Howery here. I'm not quite sure what the bit is here. A little Questlove.
It's like guess the best original song.
Oh no! Now, oh my god! Wow! What is happening? Wow! Wow!
What? Oh god! Oh!
What is happening?
Oh, that's disgusting. I feel bad for you guys because you're behind. We've experienced a trauma.
She was prepared for this. There's no way. She was prepared for this. They told her this is the song.
I can hear the background. Someone's background.
I think it's Jack's mum talking to him.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to keep it in with the family.
All right. Looks like they're kind of going to a break here.
Yep.
And yeah, so.
Oh no, Glenn! Stop it
now.
Stop it! No, I don't need that.
She's like, all right, don't give me an Oscar. I'll traumatize you all.
There goes those hopes of winning an Oscar anytime soon.
So do we want to rank like last year's movies or something? Just to keep up the conversation a little bit here. Last year's Best Picture noms.
Best Picture noms.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull them up right now and take a look. That's tough. I mean, I'm a Ford v Ferrari stan.
Wow, I did not expect to hear that. Interesting.
Well,
I like Ford v Ferrari a lot. It's a very good movie.
I don't know necessarily for Best Picture if that's number one. Obviously not. But I'm a
Tarantino guy, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's my number one. Parasite's my number two. Little Women's my number three.
Yeah, I'd say because I did a ranking before last year. I forget what I put, but I think it was like Ford v Ferrari, 1917, and maybe Jojo Rabbit. I think. I don't remember off the top of my head. When I look back at the nominees, it was a solid year.
It was a great year, yeah.
But I mean, like we've said, 2019 was arguably one of the best years.
This guy on the English version of like the Oscars coverage has just predicted Judas and the Black Messiah for Best Picture. I don't really know where he's getting that from. I mean, it's just been song.
Based off of just the song. Well, if you argue, it's got more wins than some of the other ones.
Yeah, it's got more wins than Nomadland at the moment. All right, we need Frances McDormand to win actress, and then I'll be sure that Nomadland's winning.
I don't see that happening.
I don't think she's winning though. Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be Andra Day or Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis wins, and then it's really. Then it's like the film that wins the most awards of the night isn't even nominated for Best Picture. I mean, at this point, it's just I don't even know.
Yeah, it'd be wild if it's Viola Davis and then Chadwick for actor.
I mean, I'm down for it though, but I actually think that I think it could be a scenario where Hopkins wins actor and Davis wins actress. That would be weird.
Yeah.
I think if this was like last year, Chadwick was, but because Hopkins is like literally like one of the best performances of like the past 10 years, it is like quite hard to resist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'll be like, I don't know, like it'll be like if Heath Ledger was alive like today and The Dark Knight came out last year and then Chadwick passed and then they're both in the same categories. Like, what do you do? Do you give it to him for the Joker, the better performance, or do you try and respect the dead? I'm just getting spammed by emails from WordPress just saying this person, the same person just gone and liked all of my fucking posts. It's very kind. I respect it. It trial one screenplay, even without the editing, when I would be predicting it at this point, but it hasn't so. Oh, please let us be actress. I need to know. So, it's in memoriam.
Yeah. Right now we're doing in memoriam. Yeah. So, out of all the movies this year that's upcoming, which one are y'all most excited for?
No Time to Die.
Oh yeah,
that was a good
No
one.
Time to Die for sure.
Very excited.
I mean, as someone that loves the MCU, I'm very excited for Spider-Man, but there's just a lot. Like Dune, In the Heights. After seeing the trailers, In the Heights, I'm very excited about. No Time to Die, obviously, as well. I was excited for Mission Impossible. They got pushed back to next year, so.
I wonder if they've added Larry McMurray. He was a writer. He where he broke that mountain. But he only died a month ago, so I'm wondering whether they've been able to add it.
I'm looking forward to Top Gun 2.
Oh wait, I'm wondering though, do they do the in memoriam just for people who died in like 2020 or what though? That's a good one. You're right, that's it. They're dead. You don't have to make a show.
Max von Sydow, yeah, great actor. Yeah, Fed Kodo, yeah.
There we go.
Joel Schumacher. The whole.
To be fair, like, I think I'm maybe missing the point, but they've actually like designed this in memoriam really well.
Plummer. What's y'all's favorite Plummer performance?
Christopher Plummer.
Yeah.
Beginners, maybe. I know he won an Oscar.
I haven't seen The Beginners. I haven't checked that one out.
He's really underrated in Gold the Giants, I too as well.
Yeah.
Which performance?
Christopher Plummer. There he is, Larry McMurtry. God rest his soul. I spoke to his friend today, and it was her first appearance since he died, and she was like devastated.
Brian Dennehy, yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, he did. Oh fuck! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sometimes you forget. I mean, I haven't seen Sean Connery's name come up yet.
Oh, it'll be last, I reckon. It'll be near the end of Chadwick.
Yeah. And Chadwick too. Yeah, of course.
Diana Rigg, of course.
These are going pretty quickly.
Yeah, I get like there's a lot. I mean, I get a lot of people die.
A lot of people. Yeah.
But it makes it a bit unsentimental though. If it goes really fast, it's almost like it's a showcase for all the people that died.
Jerry Stiller. DMX is on the screen. Sean Connery. Chadwick Boseman, yeah. And Chadwick's the last one.
Maybe that's foreshadowing that he's going to win the Oscar. I'm serious. When the BAFTAs were announcing when the BAFTAs were showing their memorial, and the fact that Boseman wasn't last was like what made me think maybe he's not winning the BAFTA.
The BAFTAs have a nasty history of not rewarding actors of color enough and not rewarding filmmakers of color enough. And
well, we're British, mate. We're like very racist. Haven't you heard?
Yeah, I mean, like it's just a history. If you just go back and look at the BAFTA winners over the years, it's just like Denzel has never won a BAFTA.
Doesn't surprise me.
Which is absurd. Because like Denzel might be the best actor alive.
I've noticed that the BAFTAs also seem to dislike very American like people performances, which is why I think they snub like Jennifer Lopez in Hustlers.
Yeah. Another example. I mean, Jennifer Lopez not being nominated for Hustlers is like it should be a crime against humanity.
Oh,
she had the best performance that year for a supporting actress, and the fact that she didn't even get like a nomination is basically kind of racist, to be honest.
Yeah,
she's that good in the movie, honestly.
Yeah, mate. I agree. It really is like the Jennifer Lopez show, that film.
Yeah.
Even though I struggle to enjoy it as much as I should, because back before COVID, I used to have an unlimited card for the cinema, so I'd be there all the time. And seeing that by myself was a bit awkward, with like a cinema full of like young women.
You talked about that story on the show.
I did, didn't I? Oh god, I need to. I can't bring it up again, then can I?
You can bring it, whatever.
You're good.
I mean, we're in commercials, so we're whatever.
We're filling the air, aren't we? Yeah, here's best picture again.
Hey, how are you hanging in there, Jack, Benji? You guys have been here the whole time with me, so you guys okay?
Good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm actually enjoying this. I'm glad that I decided not to record the video.
These are energy draining. You know, you're on for so long, and we used to do live shows when we had our show, our radio show. We just watched the Oscars while also doing our radio show at the same time, right?
Oh,
it was like a live simulcast, so we did it for the whole show, all 4 hours of it or whatever. So and then we talked about it a little afterwards too. That was for the last 2 years. So this is a sort of similar thing. So I've done this before. It's just It's draining. It's draining after a while. I mean, we're 3.5 hours in, so.
Oh, who's winning actor as well, though?
They're showing that Rolex commercial again for movies. Okay, we're back from the break finally.
Wait, they're announcing Best Picture before the actor and actress.
Wait, what?
They're announcing Best Picture. I'm not joking. They're announcing it now.
What?
Why? What?
What
the fuck? All right. Well, it won't matter who we see win actress because it's
we'll know right now. Okay. Okay. So now literally, let's no one spoil it until everyone sees it.
What the fuck?
Why are they?
Benji, just mute yourself right now.
Yeah, just mute yourself right now.
Just mute yourself right now.
I'm gonna do that.
There you go. There you go. I might mute me, depending on what happens here. The biggest award of the night is coming before, like, 2 other awards. What is going on right now? This is unbelievable. This has, throughout the whole night, it's been more of a actor-centric production, you know? Like, actors are announcing all the awards like they usually do, but they're, like, shooting them in these really interesting ways, and it's like, when the introduction it was starring all the names who are going to be announcing awards today, right? And I don't know, I feel like it's very centric on the stars themselves. I mean, it's a Golden Globe style table sit out right now, and I don't know. I just feel like we're just continuing with that. So it doesn't stun me quite as much that we're going with actor and actress to finish the night, which is different though. It is wildly different than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Final thoughts. Final predictions. What do we think?
I'm still all right. I'll mute myself again, but I'm gonna still say Nomadland because I feel like I might as well at this point.
Yeah. I'm sticking with Nomadland, but I wouldn't be stunned if it was something else.
I will be. It will be crazy if it's someone else, but I guess we'll see, mate.
With Sound of Metal.
Like, I know
I'll warn you now, the Best Picture clips are really fucking long, so this will be here for
this could be a minute. Right now they're showing the Mank one, and this is only like the 5th clip. So
I'm at Judas right now. I'm at the 2nd clip.
Yeah. Like, this is it's taking him there. So the Mank clip is when he's drunk on the bed, which is a pretty good one.
The Judas
clip.
He's
drunk on the bed a lot, but it's the one after at like night with the wife.
Judas clip is so good.
Or Janice. So
that Judas clip is so good.
Yeah, I mean that was the obvious clip. You know. The Minari one is with the stick, and they're trying to find the water. You know.
Yeah.
There's a couple. He built the hole, so I forget which scene this is exactly. All right, now Nomadland's this is now up. We haven't seen Promising Young Woman yet for previews. What are you gonna say?
I still do not understand why Best Picture is going right now. Why is that not the last winner of the night?
That's a great question. It's a hot take.
I feel stressed. God.
It's kind of exciting that they mixed it up, though. You know, it's like
I don't like it personally. I'm just.
It adds intrigue. It's
weird though. This isn't
fun.
right. Because now the ending is going to be so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if they actually, it's not true. Actually, that is not true because actress is pretty up there. If they do actress last, then maybe not.
Well,
actually.
I mean, I don't know if they do the order based on how climactic it will be, but how close the awards actually are. But okay.
What is winning Best Picture? You know, they've already gone a bit nuts. Like, I don't know.
The 2 actor and actress, like the Best Actor and Best Actress, are the ones that are like really
I'm gonna say
stuff. But like Best Picture now is too.
They
So
by
it's like-
far and away out of all the award ceremonies, they dislike the Oscars the least because that cinematography loss. I'm just saying.
Bo Burnham is great in Promising Young Women. They just showed the spitting in the cup clip, and he's great in that movie, man. I'm really excited to see the movies that he directs moving forward, and as an actor, I mean, he's so funny in that movie.
I got 2 people in the chat saying that they think they're going to end with Best Actor for Chadwick. So,
yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
They don't know who the winner
down
is.
the
So
middle.
what if it is like Hopkins? They're like, oh fuck. That would be so awkward. Oh my god.
That would be tough. I don't know. I wouldn't feel good about that, to be honest, because I think Chadwick deserves an Oscar in his career. I mean, he has an Oscar-worthy career, and if he doesn't win, that would be kind of heartbreaking.
I think we got one more left. I think we've got Trial, and then they'll announce it. I'm
Trial.
Like, shaken as fuck. Right, please do not say it. I'm gonna mute myself now because I'm worried that later.
all right. I'm still on Sound and Metal, so I still got ways to go.
Koki, you mute yourself too.
I guess.
Be a
I
good
haven't
Samaritan.
spoiled it once yet, though. All night, I've not spoiled. I haven't spoiled a single pick.
All right. Well, what if it's like a proper? All right. Okay. Fair enough. I'll trust you.
And we're on Trial here. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is good in this movie, but I don't really know what the movie's really doing with his character. It's one of the problems with the script that I have with the film. But okay, now they're gonna announce it. I'm gonna mute myself just in case.
And Stuart Lesser produces. It's yes or no question. What do you think?
Well, there we go.
Don't.
I'm not going to. I'm not going
I'm
to.
still on the Trial of the Chicago 7 clip, so I'm not even close to
It's
being
okay.
there. Has everyone seen it?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't. I have not yet. I'm about to.
I think he's viewed it a bit too late.
When everyone's seen it, let me know because I just saw it.
I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I just heard it, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, fucking
There
hell.
it is. There it is.
After all that confusion all along, it was Nomadland.
All right. I'm fine with that. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. It's a good film. It's a good Best Picture winner as well.
I think now's the time to talk about this movie. Like, let's dive into this shit. Like, this movie is amazing. I honestly think this movie just like it fills your soul, man. I don't know how else to describe it that way. It's just like the editing is brilliant. The direction from Chloe Zhao, like a couple of times this movie will just like pan out and just show nature, you know, and then the quietness and the stillness of life, and it's just it's incredible. And that's not even we haven't got to the storytelling's beautiful. Again, Frances McDormand's incredible in this movie. It's a well-deserving winner, and it's probably one of the stronger winners we've had over the last 15 years. Maybe not the strongest, probably more toward the middle of the pack, but it's definitely it's definitely better than like The Artist or some other winners we've had. Green Book, it's way better than Green Book, but still, I mean, this is the next movie.
What the fuck? Frances McDormand's howling on stage.
She might be a producer on the movie.
She is, but she's howling on stage. Like she literally.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, so they're gonna go to break before they
They've just
announce
shoved
actor and
They've
actress.
just shoved the loss of. They just shoved Diana Warren's loss in her face. They just started playing one of her songs in the background.
So I'll give my comments on Nomadland real quick as well. I had it as my number one Best Picture nominee. I love it. I love the themes. I love how it deals with grief and loss and all of. And cinematography is brilliant. The direction is fantastic. I'm so happy it won. I mean, I really am. It was my favorite twin, and I'm very, very happy it did.
Why did they do that? I don't understand why they didn't announce best. Like, it's not a massive deal at the end of the day, but why didn't they just do it last? Oh wait, no, actor in a leading role is going to be first, so it can't be that. Maybe they are literally leaving actress till last because they know how much a big deal it is.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if Vanessa Kirby wins, fuck me. That would be great. Because then it will be a 5-way split. And we can build this drum together.
I feel at this point, yeah, I think Frances, she'll get it.
Nah, I'm still going with Andra Day for pure and simple pride's sake.
It would be weird if Nomadland won 2 awards and it was director and best picture.
I guess, like, you know, well,
so this is like, in a weird way, this is like a reverse good vibes for Francis.
Yeah, that is true.
I like Luke's point a lot. I actually kind of. Yeah, I like his chances more, but I mean, it's been kind of there've been a couple of strange awards tonight, so you never know.
We got some comments. Aiden says, "No, man, Nomadland is popping off."
But like, I guess, like, I don't know, like, you know, like how Spotlight was the first for just getting screenplay, then motion, then Best Picture, maybe like Nomadland will be like director then picture.
Yeah.
So it does seem like that type of film, to be honest.
I mean, do we?
I think Frances McDormand is like now my number 2 though. So that's really helped her in my opinion.
That's what I was about to ask. I was going to say, with that win, does that help Frances McDormand's odds?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it helps odds for sure.
Todd says Chloe Zhao's impressionistic directing style is so distinct and reminds me of the best elements of Terrence Malick. Very pleased with this choice.
I agree. I like the Terrence Malick comp. But I don't know. I like her pacing a little bit better than Malick's. I think Malick can sometimes get a little bit too obsessed with the shots. But with Nomadland, I feel like it adds to the story.
Zhao's direction is incredible. I mean, there's not much more to say about that. She won the Oscar, and she's very deserving. So I'm totally on board with that, and I'm on board with that win.
Renee Zellweger is about to announce Best Actor.
And the best thing is, another Oscar where Diane Warren isn't a winner. Sorry, it's probably like this one. Actor. No,
it's actress. No.
No, it's actress.
Oh wow!
What?
This is against type as well.
Oh my god!
Wait, actress or actor?
Oh my god, it's actress. Jesus.
They're announcing actress. Okay. So then, Renee usually, you know how the winner for actress usually announced from the year before and usually announces actor, right? But now it's actually the winner. Now it's the other way around. Not the other way around, but like kind of the other way around. That like, so Renee's actually announcing the best actress.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
Best actor.
Today's like
I just got back. Like they just got off a commercial for me. So
here we go. This is it right here. We don't know who's gonna win. we really don't know.
Benji, remember, some of us are on a delay, so if you're gonna freak out,
I've only done it once.
I know. I'm just reminding you.
Leave it.
I still think Viola could do it.
I think. Oh yeah, Viola definitely can do it. Yeah, I think honestly, I think any of these 5 women can win. Obviously, Vanessa Kirby's the least likely; she has nothing. But here we go. Ooh, interesting.
Okay, all right.
I vibe with this. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm down with this.
I vibe with it hard.
I'm surprised, not gonna lie. I think she was my number 4, but I vibe with this.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet. We have a winner.
Don't say it in the chat. Don't say it in the chat. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, I don't think.
We're almost there, guys. Don't do it. Oh, wait. I'm about to hear it. Okay. Everyone hear it?
I see it.
I think so.
You know what?
Luke, you got it. You nailed it on the head.
We just talked about this.
This is a great take.
Wait. What if? So she only won BAFTA. What if Anthony Hopkins gets this or just BAFTA?
This is my favorite. That was my favorite actress performance of the season. So I am very, very happy about this. you know, and I just think it's so well deserved. She's amazing in this movie, amazing, and that's 3 Oscars now for Frances McDormand in her career, and that's rare air.
Yeah,
I mean, 3 Oscars in a career is some very rare stuff. So
leading role.
So
no doubt will mind Anthony Hopkins ain't though.
Well, this is what I was just saying. This is the big, and I agree with this. Like, if Chadwick does not get actor, and if let's say if it is Hopkins, hopefully they take the time to talk about Chadwick. Like,
I don't think they will.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think they will, but I hope they do.
there's no way Chadwick is going to win. I would be stunned if Chadwick doesn't win. I would be floored.
Yeah, and then
You will
most
see me
people are
like.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading. Is a lot of people are like, someone must have some insight, and that's why they put actor as the very last.
All right, final one of the night. Here we go.
Wow, Frances McDormand is the first Best Picture winner, Best Actress winner, who's also in the Best Picture winner. It's since Hilary Swank and Millie, not the first, since Hilary Swank and Millie Dollar Baby.
Wow.
What if it's Riz Ahmed? Just saying.
I was really expecting Joaquin to walk out in like a sweatshirt because like
he did for the
that?
Golden Globes.
He did that for the Golden Globes, so I was waiting for it. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Hopkins or Boseman?
Okay, here we go. I think it's going to be Boseman.
Koki is freaking out. I don't know. I don't. Don't.
Oh no, they fucked up. They fucked up. Fuck off.
I'm still the nominees, bruh. You need to calm down. You guys, how are you guys all so far in front of me? I'm still. They just showed Gary Oldman for me. Has everyone seen it except for me?
I have not seen it.
Okay. Oh my god, they did it.
Yeah.
Stern, have you seen it?
No.
Should we?
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it.
My
I saw it.
What the?
I saw it.
Oh my god, they did it.
Yeah.
They
did it.
That's unbelievable.
No.
I literally think they left it actor till last so they could honour Chadwick Boseman.
Pain.
And guess what?
Pain is
His
right.
Wife, his wife was probably there, like all emotional, ready with a speech, and
unbelievable.
Oh
wow.
my god.
They did it. Wow. That is something. That is something else.
How do we feel about that then?
I kept saying that he was my favorite performance, but like secretly I didn't want him to win because Chadwick deserves it.
Yeah, that's right.
Now that he's won, I feel dirty.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins, he's great, and he's great in The Father, you know. But he already, not only this, he's already won too.
Yeah,
and he's not even there. He's not even on screen. They didn't even zoom him in or
that
whatever.
Was so anticlimactic. It was like, oh, he's not here at the end.
yeah. Basically, that's just what happened. It was very strange.
Well, that just makes it even worse.
That was oh my god. Like literally, I love how we thought that the bummer of the night, the end, the potential bummer of the night would be seeing Charles Chicago 7 win at the end, but instead it's seeing Chadwick Boseman lose at the end. Fuck me, is that depressing?
And we kept talking about the potential, but in the back of all of our minds, we were kind of like, but Chadwick's gotta win, right?
Yeah.
Weren't we all kind of thinking that in the back of our minds? Like we were talking about the potential.
I'd say that him and Hopkins are equally as good, but I just would think it's the right thing to do to give him the edge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that is unbelievable.
This is a good question.
Everyone's so upset.
Would you guys say the show was poorly run? I actually don't think so. I think
thought it was well run.
I think the trivia part with the songs, with Glenn Close doing whatever the heck she did, that didn't need to be in there. If you got rid of that, I think this was a really well-run show. Because I think we just got just over 3 hours. Just over 3 hours.
That's good. No, it was good. It was fairly brisk for most of the part. I like how it mixed up the order a little bit, so it kept everyone on their toes. But I mean, the end was a bit of a bummer, but that's not the showrunner's fault. That's just voters.
Yeah. Right.
Todd
The lady,
says,
the lady on my screen, she's a British lady called Jo Swinson, and she's like very famous. She's like almost in tears at how disappointed she is that Boseman didn't win.
well, Todd says right here, he says the loss of Chadwick was a heartbreaking loss, and he delivered an incredible performance. However, if I had a ballot and had to vote with my brain and not my heart, Hopkins had the better performance. I mean, that's kind of what I was saying going in. I said if I had a ballot, I probably would have voted for Hopkins based off the performance, but it just stings, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Too many people voted with their brains, I guess.
Oh wow!
It just
the
that's a
father won
great
2 Oscars.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, Todd. Nicole says, "Do you think the in memoriam was too quick?"
Yes.
Yeah, I think it went by a little quick.
Yeah, I agree. It was too quick.
I mean, what do we all think? I mean, final thoughts, I guess. What do we think? I mean,
what a bummer of a night.
That was a bummer of an ending. That was a bummer. I mean, like, again, it sucks because I'm like, Hopkins had the better performance, but it's a bummer because, like, I wanted to see Chadwick win, you know?
I think his wife, like, literally was like prepared with like an emotional speech, and it's like, oh, all right then, never mind.
I mean, they probably like set up the show assuming that Chadwick would win that way, right? But then the voters were like, "No, thanks."
Yeah.
Oh,
because
wow.
my guess is they must have not known exactly who was going to win for sure. But they just assumed that. I've seen this on Twitter a little bit. I'm like, that makes sense to me. You know,
I honestly thought that like voters felt like they had like an emotional responsibility to like just give it to Boseman. I thought like no awards show would want to like pass up on letting it be him that wins, and the fact that he's lost like is just like
unbelievable.
If like the voters weren't anonymous, I think they would have given it to Boseman because it's anonymous and they can just vote for Hopkins and
show the votes. You know what? I've been a proponent of this. Show the votes. I want to see the tallies. I want to see who finished in last. I want to see who finished in first. It gives us a better idea. It helps us
really
predict
like
these things and makes it a lot more interesting.
I'd like it if the Academy did release like I don't even want to like know who voted, but I would like to see like the statistics in terms of
just the totals. We don't need to know who voted for what exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to know just the tallies. You know, why not?
Yeah. Yes, but for us it makes sense. But if you're someone that was nominated and like,
isn't that like an honor in its own getting nominated though?
Yes. But, okay, but look, take it this way: how would Chadwick's wife feel if she found out Chadwick lost by like 5 votes? You know,
that'd be shitty.
That's shitty, but that's also like a very specific case. You know,
that's true.
An extremely specific case. You know,
that's
like,
true.
Like Best Picture, like there's no reason why we shouldn't see the Best Picture like voting total. There's no reason.
Genuinely intrigued.
I'd love to see it. You know, like how much did Nomad win? You know, Nomadland win by like.
Yeah,
probably was close. My guess
it
must have been close. All right,
I think it'd be interesting to see how they, because like obviously it's preferential ballots. So I'll be interested to see how they release the statistics on that.
Yeah, it's like this amount of people voted Nomadland first, and then this amount of people voted Trial of Chicago 7 in first. Like I would have loved to see that, but
fuck me, what a bummer! Jesus, I'm not in a good mood.
Got a few comments. Todd says, I believe it's the first Oscars in recent history here on Eastern Standard Time to be done before midnight.
That's an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment.
Again, very well run show.
Yeah, he also says, I think it clipped along well, given the constraints was done with professionalism in class. Yes. I think, like I said, I think the in memoriam was a little too short, but and then he also says release the votes. Yeah. Joshua G says that low-key felt disrespectful toward Chadwick.
Low-key.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's the whole thing about who had the better, who legitimately had the better performance. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that Chadwick did have a fantastic performance. He really did. But what Hopkins did in The Father is just incredible. And then Furloughed Film Talks. The start of the show was great, peaked with Glenn Close dancing. I would argue with that. That was a little.
Well, we didn't hear what happened. I couldn't like actually enjoy it because I couldn't hear it. So
yeah, and then they said once they hit the in memoriam, it was all downhill from there. I mean, I felt like at the beginning it went along really quickly, and then it did feel like it slowed down a little bit, but I mean, Nomadland win. I was very happy with Nomadland winning Best Picture, but then hitting Chadwick with not having Chadwick win, that was something I didn't really expect to happen.
Here we are.
Yeah, I mean, now we're just going to watch Twitter burn.
Do you think, well, no, I think a lot of people actually do like Hopkins a lot, and I think this is actually going to divide Twitter a lot. I think that the conversation might start on whether this was a racism thing or anything, and I actually don't think it was that. I just ultimately think just voters just wanted to vote Hopkins more.
Yeah. Well, Nicole says they put Hopkins in a terrible position. I feel bad for him. Yeah.
I hope Hopkins doesn't get shit for this.
It's not a great look for him.
I would expect that he will post something tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was so abrupt too because they announced it
and then they're like, "Show's over, bye."
And the show's over, bye.
Yeah.
Because they must have not seen it coming. You know?
Yeah. Todd says, "Thanks for hanging, guys. Have to turn on the podcast edit now." Yeah, go ahead, man. Thanks for coming on. Some great comments. I mean, I think unless anyone has any other comments to put in the chat, you can put them in. But I think we'll get final thoughts and then we'll head out. I mean, I gotta go to bed. I got work tomorrow, so. But I'll have everyone's final thoughts. How overall, how'd the night go? Let's start with Certain. Overall, final thoughts for the night.
I think it was overall okay. I just think the changing of the order, I think that just threw everything off. I just don't understand why you would do that. So yeah, like you were saying, weird way to end the night. But other than that, I was fine with it. It was cool.
Luke, how about you? Final thoughts?
Yeah, this is the first time in a while where I've primarily kind of done this through the internet versus actually watching it. So a little different keeping up. The changing of the order was a little weird, but I was fine with it. But in regards with the final tail end, the winners, very happy. I'm happy with it. Good.
Koki, how you feeling? Final thoughts?
I thought it was a pretty good night until the very end, when our poor producers got thrown into a saw shredder when they thought for sure Chadwick was going to win and change the order of the show in anticipation for it without actually knowing that he won, and then he didn't.
I mean, that's literally what Joshua G says. My guess the directors producers of the show put Best Actor last in the event Chadwick won, but they didn't know who the actual winner was. Completely agree.
And I'm as stunned as the producers. So there.
And then Benji, I'll have you final thoughts.
Yeah, I'm sure. I really thought good set of winners. I'm happy for the most part. Even Mank winning cinematography, I'm not upset about. I guess actors a bummer. What I would say to people is, don't make this like a direct thing towards Hopkins. Don't make him like the man who stole the Oscar from Chadwick Boseman, because obviously he wasn't the one who voted and everything. It's just, I guess it's not the end of the world. Like Chadwick Boseman, obviously he still has his legacy. People are going to remember him. It just would have been nice to see him get honored, really.
Yeah, I guess final thoughts for me. I'm happy Nomadland took home Best Picture. The Chadwick thing stings a little bit, even though I do still believe that Hopkins gave the better performance, not by much, but a little bit. And I think it was a well-run show. Until the end. I think the end it slowed down a little bit. I think changing up the order was okay for some of them. It added some variability, but not having Best Picture last kind of threw me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, last comment from Joshua G said, I think Mulligan should have won over Francis. I don't know.
Well,
we'll never know though, because Francis took it home.
I'm glad that Mulligan did win, not because I don't think it's deserved, but because I was saying the whole year she's not going to win just Critics' Choice, and if she did win, I would have been embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I think that is it. I think this is where we say goodbye. Everyone's Twitter links are down below. Everyone that was on the stream tonight, I was updating as we were going. Everyone's Twitter links are down below. Go follow them. Go tweet at them. Whatever you want. Thank you all for coming on. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys coming on. And for everyone that watched, thank you. This was a lot of fun. We are just about to hit the 4-hour mark on the stream. That's a lot, but fun. But yeah, thank you. That's all I can really say. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, fantastic guests. You guys were great. Thank you. Thank you all the people that watched. And until next year, we'll be right back here next year reacting to the Oscars once again.
All right. Well, thank you for having us on.
Yeah,
see you later, everybody. Hopefully, we'll see you in better times.
See you guys.
Bye bye, everyone.
See you later.